The following is a live presentation of CBC Sports.
New York Rangers trying to get over two nightmares. They'll have another if they don't win this evening. Only two teams in history have erased 0-3 deficits, the 42 Leafs, the 75 Islanders. This is a must-win for New York as they host Philadelphia at MSG tonight. Last year, Mark Messier's dreams came true. There he is with Stanley Cup number 6. Good evening. Welcome to Molson Hockey Night in Canada on CBC. I'm Ron McLean. We've talked time immemorial about what a great leader this guy is. The first time the Oilers won the Stanley Cup, he was the Conn Smythe Trophy winner. When they played in 1990 without Gretzky, it was Mark. The team was down in the Drake Hotel in the lounge after knocking out Chicago in the conference final. He said, "One beer, fellas, that's it. We haven't won anything here." And when they were in Norway this year on the Gretzky tour, they were in trouble in Norway, down after 20 minutes 2-1. Mark busted his stick. He said, "Guys, party's over. We're embarrassing ourselves." He's a leader. He's got his work cut out tonight. And just one other thing before I go to the rink. Because of the regulation ties in the first two games, Bob Cole and I are resorting to regulation ties tonight. Mine's a hint of blue. Bob's is beautiful crimson. There he is at the Garden with Harry Neal. Gentlemen.
How you doing, Ron? And hello again, everybody. Well, we don't know too much about what is about to happen in tonight's game. What we do know for certain is that this capacity crowd is going to be on Ron Hextall. We know he's been through it before. Will he take this tonight?
I don't think it'll be a problem at all. In fact, I think the fans getting after him verbally, and they even were during the warm-ups, will inspire him. Last year, however, in this building, when he was the goalie with the Islanders, he allowed 12 goals in 2 games and was humiliated. I think Hextall will rise to the occasion. He better be careful, not of the 17,000 fans, but the 18 Ranger skaters that I think are going to try and harass him, get in his way, and bump him and see if they can throw him into those old fits he used to take.
Ron, you said it. This is for sure a must-win situation for the New York Rangers.
Thanks, Bob and Harry. You know, Scott Russell today, I'm convinced, was down in Greenwich Village hanging out in Hemingway's old haunts or something along those lines, because Scott has pieced together an intriguing perspective on Game 3 in New York tonight.
It's all in the expression, the image, and when the Flyers and Rangers collide, the eyes have it, both physically and literally. There is no I in team, but individual feats have had a resounding effect on this series. They amount to a crashing thunder. Singular joys have combined to become a collective strength. Brian Leetch has been greater than just one player when it comes to scoring. Each individual here longs to win, but only one player like Kevin Haller can ensure its final delivery. The result has been 2 Flyers celebrations. For Coley Campbell's Rangers down by 2, there is only one iota of consolation. They're coming home where the heart is to try and keep the playoff blood pumping through the Big Apple any way they can.
Well, I think home ice is definitely an advantage for sure. I don't know how big an advantage it is early in a series. I think that we can't come home and it's just because we're playing in the Garden tonight that we're automatically going to win. But certainly the home ice advantage helps, the crowd helps, being in your own bed helps, your own environment where you're comfortable in. All that plays a role in helping you on home ice advantage, but it's not enough to get you the win, but it can make a bit of a difference.
Mark Messier knows what to do. The New Jersey Devils are home tonight just across the Hudson to host Pittsburgh in Game 3 of their series. Ken Daniels is there for a preview. Ken?
Ron, thank you. Alf Samuelsson a scratch tonight for the Pittsburgh Penguins, along with John Cullen and Peter Taglianetti. The Devils come home with the benefit of last line change, but so far in this series, we haven't seen much specific shadowing of the Penguins' top line of Jagger, Francis, along with Stevens. Jacques Lemaire likes to go with 4 lines and try and wear the other team down, and that allows Claude Lemieux to concentrate on offense. And along with Stephen Richer, they have been a force. Maybe it's about time Eddie Johnson and the Pittsburgh Penguins worried about them. Now back to you, Ron, at the broadcast center.
Highlights of the Pens and the Devils as we move along tonight. Up next, we go to Madison Square Garden, New York. The Legion of Doom invades Manhattan on Molson Hockey Night in Canada on CBC.
The land, mark of characteristically clean, cold, and crisply defined by a consistently held and fluid belief in everything you're made of. Why? Because I
Hockey Night in Canada on CBC's Stanley Cup playoff coverage. Brought to you by Molson Canadian, Ford Motor Company of Canada Limited, and by Pepsi. Nothing else is a Pepsi.
Oh, say, can you see by the dawn's early light what so proudly we held at the twilight's last gleam, whose broad stripes and bright stars through the perilous fight on the ramparts we watched were so gallantly streaming.
The New York Rangers have never come back when down 2-0. They're counting on this Garden crowd for a little help tonight. There's Hextall. We told you he's getting it all ready. And he promises he is ready for everything they can throw at him tonight at Madison Square Garden. A goaltender really hasn't been a major reason for a win or a loss in this series yet, and so both coaches stand pat. Mike Richter for the New York Rangers. The referee for tonight's game, Game 3, Terry Gregson, Ray Scapanello, and Shane Heyer will work on the lines.
Well, Coley Campbell's big chore tonight is to get everybody on his team going. He told them this: if you're not part of the solution, then you're part of the problem. Hextall's over at the bench getting an equipment delay, whether it's his catching glove isn't on right, but he's going to make these 17,000 fans wait till he's ready.
Before every game here, you can hear the last bar or two of Frank Sinatra and his words, "It's up to you, New York, New York."
Got a little burr on his skate, where the trainer is going to file it off.
Swoboda and Dykhouse will be the starting defensemen for Philadelphia. Eric Lindros, big number 88. Renberg, number 19, to his right. John Leclerc, the left winger. Messier, Verbeek, Graves, Bukaboom, and Leach. They are underway. Philadelphia leading the series with their 2 wins at home. And they roll the puck into the Ranger zone. Leach, number 2. Battling in there is Renberg. Comes in front of the Ranger net. Verbeek is carrying out with Graves up ahead of him. Messier is right behind him. Hextall on the puck. Cleared away. Hextall got a light bump from Graves in there. Here's Lindros breaking in. Lindros dropped it back to the first shot. Good scoring chance for Philadelphia. And the shot was up high, missing the net. They're still in there, though. Leclerc tried to center it. Knocked away from him. Bukaboom, slow, moving on it. Leach ran into his man in the corner. And it's Leach coming out. He has Graves to the left. Shooting! Hextall the save. Puck sliding in on the boards. And the play stopped. The temper is short. And the crowd standing at Madison Square Garden.
Well, I'm sure the New York Rangers would not mind a penalty-filled game. Their power play has been dynamite, and the Flyers have been inept on theirs. So we may see a Ranger team that initiates physically a lot more than they did in the 2 games at the Spectrum. Graves lets a 41-footer go that's easily handled, although there's an obese rebound given by Hextall. And Hextall, who's got more habits than the other goalie, is continually on the move in the crease.
5 of the Rangers' 7 goals in the first 2 games came on the power play.
They are being badly outplayed, even strength, but they're tormenting the Flyers when they get a man advantage.
Nemchinov on this faceoff now for the New York Rangers in the Philadelphia zone. Desjardins takes over for Philadelphia. Carries up the center ice and lifts a high one into the right of the Ranger net. Zubov back of the goal. Kevin Lowe is his defense partner. Kyprios shot it down the ice. Icing waved off. Desjardins getting back in a hurry. Falling, though, but he manages to make the pass. Rangers intercept that clearing play. Kyprios going after the puck in back of the net. He has a chance to knock it out front and does. Here's his centering pass. Kovalev was checked in front of the goal, and the Flyers get it out. Semenov taking the pass up across center, offside.
Well, the Philadelphia Flyers, who have a 6-1 record in the playoffs and are up 2-0 in this round, go with the same lineup they've used in games 1 and 2. An underrated defense. This defense corps has scored 9 goals in the 95 playoffs, and the lines, at least to start with, will be the same as they were in Philadelphia, although Holy Campbell gets the last change, and we'll find out whether Murray wants to fight Campbell on the line changes. Holy Campbell was saying that he thought they hurt his team in Philly, not being able to get the right defenseman out there with it.
36-year-old Craig McTavish playing at center ice again for Philadelphia, winning that face-off. Jay Wells behind his own net. Messier is on the ice for New York. Nordstrom. He's in there for Puckhead tonight, who has been scratched. A little bumping in the Philadelphia zone. They have no score, just past the 2-minute mark of the first period. Yuskevich shot the puck down the ice. It rolls right into Richter. Wells waits to the side of the net. Bad pass. Leclerc's high shot. Up over the net. It's all the way back to center ice. Sloboda pushes it back in. Rangers clear the zone. Renberg near center, backs up to his own blue line. Here he is, number 19 for Philadelphia. Renberg going to open ice with a pass. Sloboda waits. Tried to hit Lindros with a long pass at center and missed. He's going off now. Leach starting the Rangers back. Bad pass inside the line. Score! A giveaway, and Deneen looks a high one over the shoulder of Richter. 1-0 Philadelphia.
Well, a bad percentage cross-ice pass. pass in his own end by Jeff Bookeboom. Never gets to the man he wants it to get to. As you can see there, picked right off and wired over the catching glove of Richter, and a mistake causes the first period goal the Flyers have scored in this series.
Well, Philadelphia wanted to take the crowd out of the game as early as possible. They get a goal right here from Denis, intercepting a bad clearing play. Time of the goal is 2:54, and we've got an interference penalty called on that last play.
Today, the truth about Pepsi Max. Pepsi Max, a regular cola, a diet cola, a regular cola, a lot less calories.
Pepsi Max, all the taste, 1/3 the calories.
Got a big TV career ahead of me.
International intrigue, domestic unrest, nuclear terrorism. For Arnold Schwarzenegger, it's just another day at the office. True Lies. Get your copy today.
I use pressure-treated lumber, and I still have expensive water damage. Why?
Even treated wood needs Thompson's Water Seal waterproofer. It penetrates to protect wood, brick, and concrete from water damage. Trust Thompson's products. Canadians' first choice in lasting protection.
This deck is only 2 years old, but it looks like 10.
Bring back your old deck with Thompson's new deck wash. In one application, your deck's natural beauty is renewed. Trust Thompson's products. Canadians' first choice in lasting protection.
Jeff Bookeboom takes an interference penalty right here as he hoists the Flyer forward right into the net. So Bookeboom off to a tough start. Deneen wires it, hits the net cam so everybody at home could see it, went in the net on a hard shot.
It came at 2:54, and it was an unassisted goal. Kevin Deneen. 1-0 Philadelphia. Flyers, Eric Lindros. Tapped it back for Leclerc, who shoot it in. Comes off the boards right back to the line, but the Flyers are in there on it. Leclerc back of the net. Lindros out front. Centering pass doesn't get there, but here's Lindros. Chasing Zubov. He moved it quickly, not out. Leclerc again. Renberg to the line. Desjardins gives it up across the line. Swoboda hangs onto it, winds up the shot, deflected and just missed on the short side. Flyers, power play, they whip it around. Swoboda again. This is stopped by Richter. Renberg on the boards. Again, Swoboda. This time, Desjardins. In it goes, loose puck. Richter down, and Lindros couldn't lift it over him. Rangers finally get it down the ice. 49 seconds left in the penalty. Bookeboom in the penalty box on the interference call. Flyers lead 1-0, and here they come again. Yuskevich shooting one in from the left side, and the Flyers are in quickly, but now Larmer, chance to move it down the ice. He does. 28 seconds left in the penalty. Yuskevich. And away he goes. Getting to the line, he'll go to center and then dump it in on the left side. Broken up in along the boards by Jay Wells. He gets rid of it quickly. Nobody on that side. They can't keep it in. And the penalty has expired. 1-0 Philadelphia. Play comes up over the line, and it's knocked down into the corner. Ranger player dumped at the blue line, and the crowd responding. Play goes right on, though. Osborne got the puck up as far as the Philadelphia line. It goes on the offside.
Well, I have to take a moment here, Bob, to wish my daughter happy birthday.
Oh, goodness.
Birthday tomorrow. Lauren, sorry I can't be with you again this year.
Happy birthday, Lauren.
The New York Rangers have made 2 changes in their lineup. Nordstrom is in on defense for Karpatsev, and Mark Osborne has gone in as a forward for Nathan Lafayette. Osborne, a strong defensive player for the Leafs, the last couple of good playoff runs they've had. And Nordstrom, a prospect the Rangers have been waiting to blossom for a couple of years now.
Desjardins coming to center ice. And he backhands one in. Fires on the puck quickly. They're very aggressive in the early going. Nemchinov tried to pick it up back of the net and could not. Stays with it though. Wells takes it for New York. He nearly gave it away. Rangers starting a little shaky in this game. And it's a huge game for New York. They can ill afford to go down 3-0 to this upstart Philadelphia team. Then Chino shot the puck to the corner. Osborne will race to the near side. He leads it. Nordstrom had to back up. And the puck goes all the way down the ice. Rangers are coming back. Didn't get to the goal line, and Bukaboom is out again. Pass in the right wing. Everybody missed that one. And that is icing against New York.
Well, it's been a very physical series, and the Philadelphia Flyers, a younger, bigger team, think that it may pay off in the long haul the number of times they've wrapped the Rangers. Now, the Rangers are anything but shrinking violets, but they're not as big, and they don't hit as often. And the older Rangers especially may find it difficult if this series happens to go any longer than 5 games. Now, the first periods for Philly have been bad. They've been outscored 4-0, but they have looked a lot better in the first 6.5 minutes of this first period than they did in either one of the 2 games in Philadelphia.
Face off to the right of Mike Richter. Beaten once so far in this game by Philadelphia. Kevin Dineen ripped a shot from 25, 30 feet over his left shoulder. Verbeek is upended. The crowd wants something called. Zubov is belted into the boards. Rangers having a tough time of it in the first 7 minutes of this hockey game. 4-1 in shots. Favor of Philadelphia. 1-0 on the scoreboard. Redberg comes in. Crowd thought that was offside. Rangers get it out to Graves. Messier to his right. Graves in, faked the shot, tried to go to the net. Messier had a chance, skipped away from him. Lindros put a pass up the center. Here's a break. And a wicked shot by Redberg was away wide of the net. For New York. Noonan goes after it behind the net. He and Nedved. Oh, Nedved was nailed by Leclerc. Lindros saw it coming and got out of the way. Here's Dineen coming in. Richter the save. Glove save by Richter. And this game is heating up already. The only goal by Dineen of Philadelphia.
Remember what phone calls used to cost? Well, it's back, and it's from Cantel, the company that brought you affordable cellular. Introducing Amigo Time, the new 10-cent a minute leisure rate you get with Amigo. For $19.95 a month, talk all you want after 6 p.m. and the entire weekend. All for just $0.10 a minute. There's never been a better time. Amigo Time.
Hey, bring us your family, bring us your friends, bring us your favorite girl. For the taste of Little Italy, it's famous all over the world. For past and such, with a New York touch, spaghetti that's really a ball. Just hit for the sign, it means a good time. Now look for the name on the wall. Oh, la la, la 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 la. Hey, it's a wonderful thing. Oh, la la, la 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 la. East Side Mario's, hey, bada boom, bada bing.
John Leclerc, the offensive star of Game 1, fills in Peter Nedved with a beautiful hit. Watch this. Zubov thrown into the boards by Lindros. And Zubov, lucky he's got the ability to bounce. Dineen going for the same corner that he scored at. Tried to get it over the glove of Richter, couldn't. Nice stop.
To the right of Richter now. They'll drop it in. 1-0 Philadelphia. Coming up to the 8-minute mark of the first period. Nemchinov goes out, I think. Yes. McTavish will take the draw for Philadelphia. Nemchinov gone. They look a bit bewildered. The Rangers. Kovalev. Kicked loose by McTavish. Kyprios tossed it across his own blue line. Doesn't get very far. Kovalev will come back. Whacked it off the boards and got it down the ice. Another icing call coming up. Terrion back. And that's another icing call against the New York Rangers.
Well, the Philadelphia Flyers are most dangerous in creating goal-scoring chances on the forecheck. I think what the Rangers defense have to do is try to forget looking for a lovely breakout pass. Just get the puck into the neutral zone and get their quick forwards to jump on the Flyer defenseman while the Flyer forwards are evacuating the area. Because the longer they stay in their own end, the more often they're right up against the glass.
They've only had the one shot on Hextall yet. So the crowd not able to get anything going on Hextall. He's way out of the net this time. Lost it. Kovalev couldn't get a shot, however. Hextall lost it, lost his stick out there near the blue line. Now it's back on the goal. And he has a chance to go back there and get it now. Hextall away out of the net. 55 feet or so. And nearly got caught. It is 1-0 Philadelphia. Nordstrom, number 5, trying to kick the puck loose. But they hold it on the boards. Gregson watching the play. Decides to hang on to the whistle. McTavish getting away from a check. Out front he comes. Backhand shot is blocked by Richter. McTavish first had the chance. And then Yulin had a great opportunity with the backhander. But Richter made the save.
Well, Alexei Kovalev lost McTavish behind the net right here. The other two Ranger player had their men, and that allowed McTavish to walk right out. He had the one chance, and then Yulin had the second chance. So the Flyers have dominated earlier in this first period at Madison Square Garden and have not. Here's a good opportunity to roar right over Hextall, and it was passed up by Kovalev.
Coming up to the 9-minute mark of period number 1 in game number 3. Flyers in the series 2-0. 2 overtime victories at the Spectrum in Philadelphia. Rangers start out. Verbeek from center ice. Put one in high into the Philadelphia zone. Kevin Lowe pinching in. He nearly got caught. Brindamore was stopped in time though and couldn't move on the loose puck. Messier's pass is stopped by Brindamore, and he shoots it in. Richter out to give it to Messier. He had to move it in a hurry. The forecheckers of the Flyers coming in. Graves upended at center. Brindamore golfing it back in his own zone. Now Dykhouse. Kevin Lowe stopped that pass to center. Whipped one into Verbeek, and he didn't know Graves was trapped inside the line, offside.
Coley Campbell is not going to sit on this first 10 minutes and be outplayed as badly as his team has. So you may see him make some line changes. Leanoff is out there, was out there between Graves and Verbeek. The New York Rangers have got some omens of danger. They blew 2 2-0 leads on the road. They've only scored 2 even strength goals, and their key players are playing a lot of hockey, Bob.
Hextall missing this one behind the net. Wells moving up, backhands it around the goal. The Flyers are organized back there. They get it out smartly. Near center. Kyprios knocked his man down. Nemchinov was there with him. Koser is on the ice now for New York. He's number 26 and up on the play. Joey Koser falls just inside the blue line. Comes back on the other side to Bukaboom. Koser will go in there against Antoski. They collide. Osborne went in there. but the Rangers can't keep it in. Nordstrom has to hurry back. He did. Philadelphia changing some room there. And the shot by Osborne is blocked. Rangers change now. A dump pass ahead to Lindros. He's offside, I think, if he touches it. Will he or will he not? He does. Call back down the ice. 9:02 remaining in the period.
The Rangers have been complaining that Eric Lindros grabs your stick all kinds of times during the game. And I know that they've alerted the referees on it. And here's an example. He doesn't do it for very long. Now, he can't touch this puck because he's offside. There you can see he's got a hold, a Buka-Boom stick. And Toski, who threw some big body checks, especially in Game 2, and you can bet Coley Campbell, not by coincidence, got him out against the Flyer tough guy. And they have a long bout in the corner.
Philadelphia 1, Rangers no score. Kovalev tried to poke it in front of the net. Matteau had a chance to put a shot in there. Lindros not enough to Leclerc, going through the defense, and he's stopped by Richter. Nice play by Leclerc, though. He nearly got in there. Edberg doesn't keep it in. Rangers shoot it down the ice. 8:25 left in the period. 1-0 Flyers. Kovalev overskates it. Low now sets it up. Kovalev won't get very far. He has to turn back. Now he leaves it for Lowe coming in from the line. He centered it. Hit the side of the net. Lowe has to back up. The Flyers get it out. Claire again. Renberg with him. Back to Renberg. Not much on the shot. Richter had to move quickly, though. Renberg hit heavily into the corner boards. Kovalev, stick handling in there, neatly drop pass, centering Lowe! And Hextall read it all the way, and Kevin Lowe was robbed. 7:44 left in the first period.
The year is 2021.
Hit me.
The world's most explosive secret has been loaded into the brain of a human courier named Johnny Mnemonic.
I've been charged with recovering the head of the mnemonic courier.
Now, he's got 24 hours to make the delivery.
Double cheese anchovies?
Johnny Mnemonic, starring Keanu Reeves, Dolph Lundgren, Ice-T, and Henry Rollins, opens Friday everywhere.
We haven't seen the Thompsons since they went on vacation. But before they left, they went to Canadian Tire, where they saved $30 each on the Groundskeeper 4000 for their front yard and the Groundskeeper 1200 for the back for $99.99 each. They're both zero-maintenance watering systems, simple to install, and on sale this week only. So thanks to the Thompsons and all the families who rely on Canadian Tire every day, no matter where they are. There's a lot more to Canadian Tire for a lot less.
So many good plays in this game are a result of a body check. Kovalev fires the Flyers player into the boards, grabs the puck, and let a rush that the Rangers nearly scored on.
But they didn't, and it's still Flyers 1, Rangers nothing. 7:44 remaining in the first period. Messier in the big face-off circle, trying to kick it back, and he does to Lowe. He dumped it ahead to Messier. Cross ice pass, but the shot from the line missing. Lowe was in there to stop the Flyers from getting out, but now McTavish. He gets it ahead. Brindamore cuts into the slot with McTavish. That's kicked out, and the Rangers send 3 away. Messier trying to get in there with his great speed. He dropped it back. Verbeek's shot missing on the short side. Zubov stopped it at the blue line. But then the Flyers pick it up and get it back out. Denis, the goal scorer, is stopped. Messier flipped it in deep. And a penalty coming up against Philadelphia. Pat Verbeek was dumped inside the blue line. And the Flyers get a penalty.
You're looking at one Canadian. At a time when building a business takes more hard work than ever. It's for him that Royal Bank developed a computer program called Big Idea, a way to help him put together a solid plan so his business can grow. We figured he could use a hand. After all, we got to be Canada's largest bank, one customer at a time.
Rod Brindamore pulled Verbeek down just inside the blue line. That's interference.
You're going to see it right in the middle of the screen here, right there. And the Rangers go on the power play. They are 5 for 10 on the power play. And of course, the Flyers have been talking about and practicing, watching videotape, trying to get their penalty killers to be able to do something with this Ranger power play.
The Ranger power play is going to start with Peter Nedved, number 10 at center ice. Larmer is to his left. Zubov, the great skating defenseman for the New York Rangers, at the blue line with Leach. Kovalev at the rim of the circle. Tavish, the penalty killer, supreme for the Philadelphia Flyers on the ice. Trying to watch Kovalev, I'm sure. Lindros, 88. McTavish.
Well, McTavish's contributions, as anyone knows who knows about this fellow or has ever played with him or against him, are far greater than just what he does on the ice. He's been around, he knows what it takes to win the Stanley Cup, and he's trying to teach these young Flyers all about it.
Now Messier comes on. Larmer to the line. Leach shoots. Hextall the save. And 3 Rangers are there looking for the loose puck. But the whistle goes. Larmer with Nedved and Verbeek all around the net.
I don't think Hextall knew he had the puck. And then when he was looking around for it, trying to find it, it sprung loose. Referee Gregson on the other side of the net lost sight of it and blew the whistle. Here's the shot by Leach. A little high and not very tippable, and nobody in front of it. And now you can see Hextall hunting for it. And then it squirts loose, but look where Gregson is. No wonder he blew the whistle. Here's a better look from the net cam. Now he thinks it's in him. And it sat there as big as a pineapple, but the Rangers couldn't get it.
It was chopped immediately on the face-off by Leach down the ice. And as he picks it up, 1:40 left in the penalty to Philadelphia. And Leach coming to center, decides to go quickly to Nedved with the pass. Kovalev shot it in back of the net. Hextall is out again. It is McTavish getting the chance, and he lifts one away. Right to the line. Leach feeds it up outside his own line. Rangers are forced back by Lindros. Zubov. He saw Leach open on the wing. Gave it to him. Back to Zubov. He's coming to center ice. Lindros got a piece of him, knocked him down. And the Flyers go in. A high shot, not a hard one by Rob DeMaio. Rangers power play, 50 seconds left on it. It is 1-0 Philadelphia. Hextall out. Clearing it himself. Right down to Richter. Leach has Fedek coming in to watch him. Fedek turns and skates away. Leach lost it near the line. McTavish given a bump though by Leach. That put him off stride, and Hextall again. Put one on the boards, and the Flyers shoot it down the ice. 25 seconds left on this power play. For the Rangers, it's been their ace in the hole. So far, they've been stopped. Messier lost it, and it comes back out over the line. 14 seconds left on the power play. Messier is held inside the line, and the crowd wanted a penalty called on Bodine. Well, the penalty is over now, and the Flyers have killed it off. Brindamore is on the ice, and he nails Verbeek immediately. 5 minutes left in the first period. Lindros coming up. Lifted one over the line. Rangers get it back out. Renberg waits for his mates to come back out. Now they shoot it in. Richter missing it back of the net. He's out of the goal. Loaded and played in front of him, allowing the Flyers to pick it up. Renberg got it back to the line. And the shot by Tyrion is deflected. 4:30 left in the period. The Rangers stymied by Philadelphia. Noonan going in. No shot. tried to. Yuskevich left it in front of his net. Terrian brought it to center and shot it in. Richter decides to come out. Away out. And the Flyers are on it. Semenov centered it. Richter down. And finally the whistle goes as they barge in there close to Mike Richter. But he had it. 4 minutes exactly left in the first period. 1-0 Philadelphia.
Here at Rose City Tile, we sell more than just tile. We sell ideas. Just look at the style of our aqua brass fixtures. In the mood for something different? A warm country look, don't you think? And this, that's limestone. Very different, yet very affordable. We also have a complete selection of carpet and vinyl flooring, imported Italian marble, ceramic, and porcelain tile. And you can save on our everyday in-store specials. Rose City Tile. Ideas are our specialty.
I always buy my cars at Rose City Ford, and when I came in to test drive the new Contour, I was looking for something just like me. It's just safety and good to the environment. While the Contour fit the bill, I also have this adventurous fun side. That's when John gave me the keys and we took it for a ride. And when we came back, I just took it, and I've never looked back, except to wave thanks to John and the gang at Rose City Ford.
I love my Rose City Ford.
4 minutes away from the end of the first period, and then you'll meet Don Cherry in the coach's corner.
The fellow with the glasses and the gray hair there, Jason Robart. Played in many, many excellent movies. One of them, as I remember, All the President's Men. He's explaining all about the game of hockey right now. You ever seen him in a movie, Bob?
Oh, of course. That was his son with him. Or with him here at Madison Square Garden. I'm sure a star-studded lineup in the seats at this great building. And the Rangers are trailing 1-0. So they haven't had a lot to cheer about yet. Nedved went in after the puck for New York. They get it out down the ice. Well, number 24 left it on the boards in the corner. Fedek went in there hitting his man. Matteau didn't get the pass. Nordstrom turning back. He's bumped right away. Flyers very physical in this first period. Consequently, the Rangers are unable to get going, and Terry Gregson is calling another penalty here. Slow to move on it. It'll be against Philadelphia.
And Toski for elbowing. And he has been a runaway car out there. He loves it on the forecheck. Toss it in, and away I go. That's not the penalty. Here it comes here. Well, he missed. He got a penalty for missing. The intention, I suppose. I know that Coach Terry Murray was upset when he saw the elbowing call. The Philadelphia Flyers under Terry Murray are 9-2-1 in away divisional games this season. That's quite a record.
Second power play now for the New York Rangers. 3:20 remaining in the period. That's all. It's still a one-goal game. The goal by Dedin at 2:54. They pick off the Ranger pass. Verbeek moving in on the wing, coming for the net. Leach was right in there on top of Hextall. The Flyers got it back out. Lindros on with McTavish to kill the penalty up front for Philadelphia. Here come the Rangers again. Verbeek dropped it back to Messier. Out in front, a quick shot by Graves is blocked. Verbeek out front again. Messier to him. Oh, what a great save. Lindros moving forward, and he knocks it down the ice. Lindros going after it. Lindros forced on the outside by Zubov. 1:05 left in the penalty. Hextall is sharp. Now Leach falls. Verbeek on the puck to bring it up again on this power play by the Rangers. Shot in back of the net. Taken by Svoboda. Leach stopped that clearing attempt. Nedved to Leach. Other side. Zubov. His centering pass is deflected high on the glass. Leach waiting at the blue line. The Flyers hustle for it. Great chance, Zubov. He goes to Leach. Pass in front. Right through the crease. Here's a shot. Hextall grabbed that. Zubov driving everything into that one. The crowd hollering again, and boy, it's tough going in this series.
Hextall finally lost it for a second. Noonan was cruising into the crease, and Hextall's going to get a penalty here with 28 seconds left in Antosky's penalty as he upended Noonan. And here it is right here. The puck's out of the rink on a nice stop. Noonan just going in there. Watch Hextall. And I thought the Rangers would be getting after Hextall. They finally got him to snap for a second, and Hextall takes a needless penalty, and he knows it. Eric Lindros nearly broke away on a short-handed rush after Verbeek had two great chances. And he pulls a play out of Bronco Nagurski's playbook. Watch the straight arm right here.
2 minutes for a goalie interference. Time of the penalty is 18-11.
Well, indeed it is. A 5-on-3 opportunity for the New York Rangers for 28 seconds with only 1:49 remaining in the first period. It is 1-0 Philadelphia.
I think they gave Noonan a penalty for goaltender interference on the call as well.
Oh.
Not sure of that. You can't see the penalty box from our location. No, I guess they didn't. They're just calling Hextall for interference. But there's some confusion out on the... They're making sure that the man that serves Hextall's penalty was on the ice at the time the penalty was called. So it is a power play. You were right, Bob, for the Rangers.
Number 9, Rob DeMaio.
Rob DeMaio's in the penalty box. And 28 seconds left in the first Flyers penalty. 1:49, as we mentioned, in the opening period. 12-8 are the shots, so the Rangers have come on a bit.
Face off outside because the Ranger defenseman came inside the top of the circle on that skirmish.
Verbeek trying to keep it in. He won't. Philadelphia move it up. Zubov is back, but he had his back turn. He had to twist and turn to try to stop Brindamore. Brindamore nearly got in. Tavish poked it loose. Leach. Fired from center ice and in. Messier passes one back. Near the line is Leach. Shoots it. Rebound. Hextall got his arm on it. Zubov stopped it. Passes it in again. Cleared in back to the net and over the glass into the crowd.
Noonan did get a penalty, Bob,
yes.
Along with Hextall. He got it for goaltender interference. Hextall got it for roughing. Rangers had one good opportunity here on the power play on a deflection, and the rebound came right to Verbeek. And you can see it just went off the crossbar as it got over the right arm of Hextall and stayed out.
Let's take a moment now and visit with Scott Russell.
Well, guys, you were talking about Jason Robards. Oh, the president's man. He's from Connecticut, but he's a New York Ranger fan. From a layman's point of view, what do the Rangers got to do now, Jason, to get this going?
Hit a little harder and skate. They'll get it together in the second period. They just have an off period now, getting back on home ice. They'll be fine in the second and third period.
How do you like hockey? Do you enjoy the sport?
Hockey. I've been coming here since 1946. As the war was over, in the old garden. I'm a New York fan, and I've been coming to the Rangers since then.
Nice to see you here, and thanks very much.
Thank you very much.
Guys, back to you.
1 minute and 1 second left in the first period. And there is not a power play right now. It's 1-on-1 left, and they're even up. Flyers are leading 1-0. Kovalev winning the draw into the corner. We're in the final minute now as Lowell comes in from the blue line. Puck is fired back by the Flyers, though, and out the other side. And it's cleared to Lindros at center. Coming in over the line. And the whistle goes. That's got to be an offside at the New York blue line.
That wasn't much of a whistle, I didn't think. Usually you can hear them a lot louder than that. On a rush, Eric Lindros, 1 goal, 3 assists, and 4 points. He has a 4-game point streak going in the playoffs. That's all the games he's played, 2, 7, and 9. He has been a physical force and an offensive genius.
The only goal scored by Kevin Dineen at 2:54 of the first period. It was an unassisted goal.
Well, there's black and white. Tells you all you want to know about this guy. He does it, and he's the big-time leader of this team. Every Flyer player will tell you that.
Richter, back of the net to stop it for Bukaboom. Leach missed one man, couldn't miss the second though. So he's going to try it again. He goes to Bukaboom. Up through the middle to Messier. Got by it. Hextall plays it. So icing waved off. The goaltender was out to play it. 20 seconds left. 2-on-1. Philadelphia. In front is Renberg. He scores. Renberg on a 2-on-1, and Philadelphia Flyers take a 2-0 lead.
Well, they're trying it the other way. They got up 2-0. The Rangers did twice in Philadelphia. Jeff Bukaboom pinched down in the offensive zone right here on Lindros. Lindros is negated, but the puck slides by. No New York forward could get back in. You see the 3 of them. They're chasing the 2-on-1. And a lovely fake there to pull the defenseman over and get him involved. And then the pass across was a tap-in for the Philadelphia Flyers. Mikael Renberg, his second of the series.
19:45, the time of the goal by Renberg. And the Flyers will skate out of this first period with a 2-0 lead.
Penalty at the end of the period against the Flyers for roughing, so the Rangers will start with the power play. They need this break to get reorganized because that's the worst for first period of the 3 played by the Rangers. The Rangers are getting precariously close to getting into a position they will not be able to get out of. Don Cherry coming up in the first period intermission next.
Shots on goal, 13-10 in favor of Philadelphia. Lindros assisting along with Leclerc on the Renberg goal. 2-0.
June 7th is a very special day at Tim Hortons. It's the day we donate the proceeds from our coffee sales to the Tim Horton Children's Foundation. The foundation makes it possible for kids from your community who might not otherwise have the opportunity to go to camp to get together with other children from across Canada at one of 4 Tim Horton children's camps. So join us for coffee at Tim Hortons on June 7th and help give a deserving kid a summer to remember.
Excuse me, Linda, could you just sign this?
Linda, great music. It's a CD, you know. Brand new CD player. You better believe it. No charge.
No charge?
Comes with the car. Ford Escort Sport. Same with the aluminum wheels.
Look at the color.
Yeah.
Hatchback.
Uh-huh. Get in.
Look at this, dual airbags.
Listen to this.
Ford
I want a car like this.
We should drive up to the 8th floor, right over Zimmerman's desk.
This year, discover the magic of our cities. Call 1-800-758-3000 for your free vacation guide. Canada, it's your country. Rediscover it.
Over the years, we've gotten to know Frank pretty well. So when he wanted to get his lawn in shape for the big tournament, he went to the place he always goes, Canadian Tire. where he found this Killex from Green Cross for just $5.99. It's first aid for lawns, eliminates all your dandelions and a lot of other weeds too. So thanks to Frank and all his friends for relying on Canadian Tire every day. There's a lot more to Canadian Tire for a lot less.
At many Canada Trust branches, you can do business from 8 a.m. to 8 p.m. Better yet, with services for every financial need, from youth accounts to retirement products. You can do business from 8 years old to 88 years old. Canada Trust, thinking like a customer.
Are all your investments in order?
Mine are yours?
Pepsi Max has the perfect name. You max your taste with less calories. If it were Pepsi Maximum, they'd need a bigger can. You can tell a lot about something by its name.
Pepsi Max. All the taste, 1/3 the calories.
Wait a minute. My name's Les.
International intrigue. Domestic unrest. Nuclear terrorism. For Arnold Schwarzenegger, it's just another day at the office. True Lies. Get your copy today.
Coach's Corner with Don Cherry.
All right, what do you got tonight?
Down, see that's here. Come up just a bit, come up a bit.
It's a guy in a visor for starters. I'm a little surprised, and it's a San Jose Sharks tie for 2, which is
Canadian kid down in America there. I promised him in San Jose next year when he gave me the tie that I'd wear it, and the way they're going, I better get it in pretty fast.
Think they'll win one in San Jose?
Could possibly. The other team could fall asleep and have a little party or something, but last night, what?
Go ahead.
Last night, it's 1-0.
How about I go ahead then if you're not going to
I'm thinking about it. I don't know whether to say this or not because I've been sort of giving the referees heck. But, you know, it's 1-0. This game is over in the national anthem. And what happens is Kozlov's standing in front, boom, down, game over.
Jimmy Kite, little cross-check.
Little down. The game is over. Anyhow, that's over.
Good. Philadelphia is really messed up tonight because they're ahead by 2. They were down 2 in the first 2 games, so I don't know what's going to happen. What do you think of the first?
You know, when I used to go to the hockey games, I used to talk to the players.
Yeah, it was nice.
I used to talk to the players, and every player I talked to said Philly's going to win it. Now, this was before the playoffs started. Get out of here. I said, why? He says, because they're big and tough. And I couldn't believe it. They said that.
Well, I had Buffalo beating Philadelphia without Lindros for the first 3. Wow, the other game tonight, 17-3 are the shots.
Reggett
for New Jersey, and it's scoreless there.
What a kid, and never gets any credit. They're hoping he has a bad game so they get Barrasso back in.
Yeah. Did you watch the Vancouver game last night?
Well, the Vancouver game, and what happens here is they're not playing with that hate and hitting that they had in the St. Louis. The other guys are lulling them to sleep. You got to get out. They had Stewart last night. Stewart would have let them hit. They didn't hit. They'll get back there. I'm sure Ricky Lee's going to really get after them because if they're a big, mean team, if they're going to play that way, they're not going anywhere. By the way, first time I ever heard of whistles at a North American game. And I don't know whether that was for the game, but right at that time, I was sort of in a daze myself. It was like a tennis match, and all of a sudden they started to whistle. Boy, I'll tell you, that second period is pretty deadly.
What did you think of the call on Trevor Linden being in the crease?
Pretty tough. I don't want to knock Stewart on the thing, but I've seen a lot worse. I've seen goals go in a lot worse. I was really surprised he called it. I didn't think he'd call it. He was in the crease, 1 foot, but I've seen a lot worse.
Although, in fairness, he did go out of his way. I thought Vancouver was rough in the third and trying to get back in it, and he let him away with a few things.
Deadly game.
Enough about, I don't know.
No prisoners in Vancouver. They better be ready.
Got to be. Dougie Gilmour, I wanted to ask you, you said you'd wait until big night, and a lot of people are interested in this game, so why don't you ask about Doug Gilmour?
You know, everybody says what a bad year he had. He did not have a bad year. He did not have a year that he had before. 2 exceptional years before. Now, when I told his dad this year he was going to have a mediocre year in June 30th and the whole deal. Now, here's what happened. 2 years before, he used to play the power play, he used to play kill the penalties, he used to take a regular shift, take all the draws. They had one center. What happens this year? Now, they had 4 centers. Eastwood turned into a good guy. Now, Pat Burns is pretty good, but he's no magician. He cannot get him in there. And he played this year like he played in Calgary. Remember when he played in Calgary? I have to laugh when people were saying he's down to 159 pounds. That's the way he has to play. Now, they get Sundin. Not knocking Sundin. You never heard all year me knock Sundin, but there was no feel there at all. Now, you remember when Dougie used to get the puck 2 years ago, he used to dick and dive, dipsy doodle, back and forth, all around, stuff like that. Sundin and Clark used to come late. Anderchuk used to come late all the time. They'd let him do all his, have fun with it and everything like that. Sundin, and I'm not knocking him again, used to force him. So I used to give him the puck. He had the puck the whole time. He did not have the ice time. He did not have the feel of being tired. I put it down to when Fedorov came with Yzerman. Yzerman went from 160 points to nothing. He's just getting it back now.
I'll give you another one. Hull with Oates was good going ahead, and when Janney came, he liked to go back, and it hurt Brett Hull. So
yeah, I better believe it. You
being the expert I am.
He was not king. You have to have one guy that's king all the time. He did not feel like king. Now, Dougie didn't say, well, I'm not going to play because I'm not king. He's got to have that feel. He's got to be tired. He's got to be out there doing everything and feel he's king.
That's
what happened.
He'll be back. How about your buddy Jeremy Roenick made his return last night? Big hit on Cullimore.
Oh, he come out there. I'm a little queasy. I would not have him out there, but he was the best player on the ice last night. Hitting, I agree with Gino Ojek when he said he's like a lion. And I know Bobby Pulford, and I know Bobby Murray from Kingston, and I know Mr. Wirtz. They're going to have him a contract. Here's a kid. How about the jerk that said he wasn't playing because he wanted a contract? Remember that jerk? Never mind.
Lots of people speculated on that. Nobody said it.
Suggested it. That's what they did. Now, I know Bob and I know Mr. Wirtz. They're going to say, what a guy. Here's a guy, 26 years old, sacrificing his career for the team. They're going to give him a contract. I'm going to keep track of it. Mr. Wirtz and Pulford, they're going to get together and give him a contract like you can't believe. Right?
It adds up with a little more leverage if you use pulley. And for the little fella in San Jose, isn't it happy to see Don Cherry for the south of the 49th parallel wear those 49 parallels on Molson Hockey Night in Canada on CBC.
I've lost.
International intrigue, domestic unrest, nuclear terrorism. For Arnold Schwarzenegger, it's just another day at the office. True Lies. Get your copy today.
So you're an insurance broker.
Right.
And because you're not an employee of just one insurance company, you can show me the big picture, like an advisor.
Mm-hmm.
So who do you work for?
You.
Your insurance broker understands.
Today after racquetball, I'm on my way out of the locker room when my friend says, hey, how'd you get ready so fast? She's still fussing with her hair, as usual. Then she says, you're always ready before me, and your hair looks great. What's your secret? So I tell her, Bowrix. You get a stylish, manageable look for just $8. Hey, why not tell her? She could use a break. I just beat her 4 straight.
Bowrix. Smart. Easy style.
Palazzi Carpet and Tile, Southwestern Ontario's largest showroom. Whether you're building your dream home or just renovating it, choose from over 500,000 square feet of ceramic tile in stock and ready to move. Domestic and imported marble and granite to transform any room.
Save now on a large assortment of floor and wall tile.
The best quality, price, and service for over 35 years. Palazzi Carpet and Tile, your floor covering specialists.
In the news today, residents in nearby Shady Acres finally have some hope, and here to shed some light on the story is reporter Gordon Orr.
Leah, residents there have been living in the shadow of neighboring towns for years. Finally, they have the answer. The Lighting Boutique, for lamps and a whole lot more. 4072 Walker Road in Windsor.
Well, there you have it, folks. The Lighting Boutique, making the world a brighter place to be.
Continue our tribute to playoff excellence as we present Stanley Cup Legends. This edition features the greatest dynasty of all time. Their stories brought to you by Ford, makers of the '95 Ford Contour, proud founding sponsor of the Hockey Hall of Fame and Museum.
There are a lot of reasons why we created Ford Windstar to be the only leading minivan that combines standard dual airbags, 8km/h bumpers, and standard anti-lock brakes. Many reasons for giving Windstar secure handling and making it longer for a smoother ride. We could acquaint you with some of these reasons, but why wake them up? Ford Windstar, created for the most important people in the world.
The names read like a who's who: Richard, Belleville, Harvey, Moore, and Plante. Surnames that were cornerstones of the greatest dynasty ever. Between 56 and 60, Montreal won everything. Their roster, assembled by Frank Selke, was superbly directed by Toe Blake, as he won the first of 8 Stanley Cups. In 49 playoff games during the 5-year span, the Canadiens won 40 games. Their dominance set the standard for Stanley Cup lore. Legends is brought to you by Ford of Canada, makers of the 95 Mercury Mystique and proud founding sponsor of the Hockey Hall of Fame and Museum.
A sign of the times for customer satisfaction.
Mr. and Mrs. R. Solima, right? We're happy we bought our windows from Ducana. From your sales representative, your measurer, and your fast, pleasant installers, we thank them all.
From Kathy Paxton of Dresden, the 2 men installing the windows in my home are 2 of the hardest workers I've seen in a long time. They're efficient, tidy, and pleasant. Incidentally, I love the windows. They're a dream come true.
Thank you, Kathy. Your window dreams can come true at Ducana. It's a sign of the times.
What makes Freed's different? Do the math. Now in progress, Windsor Detroit's best suit sale. Buy 2 quality suits for the price you'd expect to pay for one. 2 suits for $195, 2 suits for $295, 2 suits for $395, 2 suits for $495, and 2 suits for $595. Plus 90 days same as cash, and your American money is now worth $1.40. Quality, service, selection, and value. It all adds up to Freed's.
At the Meadowlands, the Devils have scored 58 seconds into the second period. John McLean from Neil Broughton. He beats Ken Reggett there, so it's 1-0. New Jersey leading in the second period. Let's take you to the action now with Ken Dance.
Thank you, Ron. The only question when the Devils scored is what took them so long. They dominated the opening period, 17 shots at Ken Reggett, but couldn't get a goal. Not that their scoring chances were terrific, but Ken Reggett was still strong. And then, as you just saw, the Devils score on their first shot of this second period. The Pittsburgh Penguins had only 3 shots at Martin Brodeur. They have 2 this second period, so it'll be interesting to see when they get some decent chances how ready Brodeur is to handle it. But this crowd at the Brendan Byrne Arena is into this hockey game, and the Devils have scored the first goal in all 8 of their playoff games now, with John McLean scoring for New Jersey to give the Devils the 1-0 lead. Penguins have the puck at center, and it's shot back in by McLean as Pittsburgh turns with the puck. Now back to the broadcast center, and here's Ron McLean.
Thank you, Ken. Highlights of that game as we move along at the Meadowlands and in Manhattan, where the teams are on the ice for the second period. That's next on Molson Hockey Night in Canada and the Stanley Cup playoffs on CBC.
Some people can't drink the water that comes out of their own private wells, and it's absolutely imperative that we're there to help them out when they run out. I would say that our biggest business advantage is our 800 number. I would attribute the company's growth to our marketing and the marketing of the Advantage 800 number. We put our 800 number everywhere, and 3/4 of our business comes through the Advantage 800 number. It's bringing everybody into us. And our customers know that if we have that 800 number, they can get a hold of us. It doesn't matter where they are.
Boy, how's he do it? Kind of like animal. Yeah, right. Hey, Dougie, what's your secret?
Hey, guys. Hard work, balanced diet, variety, including milk. Cold, refreshing milk.
Sumashchichi какие безумные ноги. You could say that again. Holy cow.
How are you going to spend your energy?
On welfare and quotas, compare. Mike Harris will require able-bodied welfare recipients to work for their benefits. Lynn McLeod opposes mandatory workfare. You will not hear Lynn McLeod talking about mandatory workfare, says McLeod. Harris will repeal Ontario's quota law and make hiring fair. McLeod opposes repealing the quota law. What a difference. Mike Harris, work for welfare. End quotas. Common sense for a change.
Tonight, the country's most prosperous city. But the boom's benefits aren't for everyone. That's Winners and Losers in Windsor. A full edition documentary tonight on CBC Primetime News.
International intrigue. Domestic unrest. Nuclear terrorism. For Arnold Schwarzenegger, it's just another day at the office. True Lies. Get your copy today.
Okay, just so I'm clear on this. As an insurance broker, you work for me, not for the insurance company.
Right.
So if I ever have a problem with a claim, you're there to help make it right.
George, I think you've got it.
Your insurance broker understands.
This portion of Molson Hockey Night in Canada on CBC's Stanley Cup playoff coverage, brought to you by Ford Motor Company of Canada Limited. And by Pepsi. Nothing else is a Pepsi.
Referee Gregson has just dropped the puck to start the second period. Yuskevich went off at the 20-minute mark for roughing. So the Rangers down 2-0 are on the power play. Verbeek lobbed it off the boards in behind the net, and it gets by Leach. Comes all the way back inside the Ranger line. Leach giving it to Zubov. Cross ice pass to Verbeek, and Messier right there with him. Verbeek left it for Messier to Pat Verbeek. Verbeek lost it for a moment. Now back to Messier. On to Leach, closing in. He tried to hook it back to Messier. It was deflected away from him. Verbeek, he stopped. Messier back of the goal. Messier working around. Players falling in front of the net. Here's Leach. Take the shot. Lost it against Lindros. Zubov is moving up, however. Zubov backs off to the boards. Now throws it in for Messier out front. Banning on it was Graves. 50 seconds left in the penalty. Good puck control by the Rangers with no shot. Leach is moving up. Half the line with Verbeek. Leach had to stop at the blue line. Prevent an offside. Now the Flyers get it out and down the ice. This has been a Philadelphia game so far. They're leading 2-0. And have 30 seconds left to kill on this Yuskevich penalty. Down the wing, the Rangers come in. It's centered. Larmer has to go to the boards. A hurried pass gets by Larmer. And again the Flyers pick it up. Therrien shoots it out in front of his own net. And they're covering to clear it. 7 seconds left in the penalty. Rangers come in one more time. Nedved shot blocked by Hextall. He will hang on to it. Scott Russell, joining our first intermission, had an opportunity to chat with Adam Graves.
Adam, in spite of the fact that you're home, your team started to come out sluggish first period.
Yeah, I think it took a little while, and then unfortunately, I think we gave them a few too many odd man rushes. And anytime you give, especially Lindros line odd man rushes, they're going to capitalize. So we want to cut down on that and get the puck in deep and work them and get more shots on the net. The only time I think we got shots in that period was on the power play. We want to do a little more on even strength play.
Game so close in the first two games. Was there any grave disappointment, defeatism after those two losses in Philadelphia?
No, it's. I mean, you can't. Really worry about things that have already gone on in the past. You can learn from them, and obviously they played extremely well in the first two games. You can't take anything away from them, but in the same token, we know we can play better, and we know we can play better than we did in the first, and we're going to have to go out there and do it in the second and third and take this game away from them.
Adam Graves, and here is one man the Rangers hope will get going.
Better get going. He has 1 assist so far. He's played all the power plays, and he's played with Messier almost every shift. He referred to in his interview with Scott that they're giving odd man rushes up. He was right. They gave Philadelphia 6 of them in the first period, and the Flyers scored on 1 of them and had good chances from 2 others.
Scored on 1 of the 2-on-1s. Well, they're at full strength now as we come up to the 3-minute mark in the second period. Philadelphia 2, the New York Rangers nothing, and unable to get going again was Nemchinov. Neto whacked it on the boards. It comes right back in front of the net to Lindros. He fanned on it. Lindros centered it. The Rangers intercept that one and get it out. Three of them try to go to center, and coming down the wing is Noonan. Shoots. Hextall the save. Out cutting the angle. The puck came right to him. Back for Philadelphia. Desjardins slipped it in. And Richter has to hang on to this one with John LeClaire parked right in front of him.
Well, the big matchup, Lindros' line against Messier, is being dominated by Eric's line. 5 goals, 9 assists, 14 points, even strength of plus 16 for Lindros' line. Messier's line, 1 goal, 3 assists, 4 even strength points. They have scored him on the power play, but the Messier line is a minus 12 at 5-on-5. And if that continues, the Rangers won't.
2:45 into the second period. Backup goaltender for the New York Rangers, Glenn Healy. All eyes were on the gate as they started this second period. You know, the fans were wondering if Corey Campbell would try to shake up his team. Sometimes moving a goaltender after 20 minutes will do that. Richter remains in. Messier falling to his knees. And back up for Philadelphia. Score! Dineen took a shot from the blue line. And Richter fanned on it. And now the fans are looking at the Ranger bench again. And you have to wonder, it's 3-0. Something's got to give.
I think that was almost a shoot-in by Kevin Dineen. He had nothing going on the rush. He gets to the blue line and just shoots it from 59 feet away. I actually think I could hear the puck giggle as it went by Richter into the net.
.307, the time of the goal by Dineen. His second of the game. It is a 3-0 lead for Philadelphia. Dineen pokes the puck out to center ice. The Rangers for beat brings it back in with Messier. Messier dropped it back in front. And the play is called. There's going to be a face-off at the line. And I think a penalty called for interference against New York.
It's big and it's back.
We are talking to you.
Yeah, the Coors Light Talking Can and Cap event.
Hey, all right.
All right yourself. Now this year there's 8,000 Timex Ironman Triathlon watches, 6 Suzuki Sidekick 4x4s, and 20 CMH heli hiking trips for 2.
Keep talking.
Thank you so much. To play, just open a Coors Light Talking Can or bottle, and for no purchase, scratch one of those. By the end of the summer, there ought to be around 8,000 more Coors Light winners. So I'm thinking now's your chance. Talk to me.
You can win right now.
Thank you.
Hello, I'm Teresa Knutson. I'm Joanne Wilson, and I love my Escort. Me too, Joanne, because it comes with dual airbags, no charge sport package, and an AM/FM stereo and free CD. And it's a hatchback, great on grocery day. Plus a 1.9-liter engine with power steering and brakes, 40 miles to the gallon. That's pretty tough to beat. Lease an Escort on the plan for $185 a month, 24 months. $185 a month only at Kenneth Ford in beautiful downtown Essex. 15 minutes to a better deal. We love our Escort.
Interference call against Pat Verbeek.
Well, everything's going south for the Rangers. There it is right there. It was a big-time pick. An attempt, and here's the goal. Look where Dineen shoots it from. It's a shoot-in. It really is. And this is going to be a shootout.
3:07 was the time of that goal by Dineen. The second of the game. Unassisted goal. Just like the first. 3-0. Philadelphia. Slapped to center ice on this Philadelphia power play. Moore tried to get through and could not. And the Rangers have to sit back now and try to get away without any damage on this power play. Kovalov is up there. Eric Lindros coming back out. Semenov to the right side. Brindamore. No shot from him. He has it back to the net again. In Semenov. Semenov rolled it along the boards to the blue line. Looking deep again, centered, finally shot down the ice by Larmer. 55 seconds left in the penalty to Pat Verbeek. Messier. Nice pass ahead to Graves. Low shot, nowhere near the net. Here's Leclerc. Three of them are up on the rush. Leclerc shoots the high one in on the glass. Renberg picking it up. Lindros was out in front of the goal. It comes to him. He didn't know. He was going the other way. And missed it. Now he has it in the corner. Dubois lost it to Lindros. He sets it up. Another shot. Ricker boots that one away. The rebound was there in front. Leclerc and Renberg. Renberg to the line. Unable to reach it was Eric Desjardins. He turns. Flyers pour in again. 10 seconds left in the power play. Another chance here. Lindros missed it. Open net, he missed it. Shot. Lindros rebound. Scooped up by Ricker just as the penalty expires. Well, let's go to the broadcast center now with Ron McLean.
Okay, Bob, 7 miles over in New Jersey. The home team's doing considerably better. John McLean had the opener. Now here's Bobby Halik from Randy McKay and Tommy Albaline. 2-0 New Jersey leading Pittsburgh midway through the second period.
Hextall has taken a little bit of the curve out of the blade of his goal stick. And the reason is that he was getting penalized too often for shooting it over the glass. And here in New York especially, very low glass along the side. So Hextall decided not to run that risk in the playoffs. He's got a harder shot than most players on both teams.
Nearing the 6-minute mark of the second. Philadelphia, long shot from the line by Yuskevich. Yuskevich couldn't keep it in. Kiprios comes up for New York. He was alone on the rush, so he dumped it in. Kept going. Ran into his man in the corner. Tyrion. Nordstrom back for New York. Pass on the wing. Odin was forechecking with Craig McTavish. The puck gets out to Noonan. Left at the line. Wells, his pass. Way too far for Kiprios. And the net goes flying off the moorings as Noonan ran into the post.
Well, the Philadelphia Flyers have been dominant physically, but they have been dominant in their hockey decisions tonight almost all the time. All 3 Ranger goals on worse mistakes by Ranger players than good plays by the Flyers. The Philadelphia defense, nothing fancy, get it out. The Philadelphia forwards, unless they've got an odd man rush, which they had 6 of in the first period, get it deep and forecheck. Make sure you have your 3rd man in shape. And since February the 9th in Montreal, take a look at the record after Bobby Clarke pulled the trigger on that big deal that has paid huge dividends for the Flyers ever since he made the move.
6 minutes and 16 seconds have gone by in the second period. Philadelphia Flyers 3, the New York Rangers nothing. Puck is inside the New York line again. Lyle was racing in for it. Rangers get it out. Farmer took a whack at it. Goes up over the line with Nedved. He turns back, and the Flyers, 3 of them away again. It is Holler. He fell, and a penalty coming up against New York on that one. Holler was pulled down, and Philadelphia will get another power play.
Well,
wait a minute. That's a Ranger penalty, a hooking call on Nedved. Yes, he got it on Holler. Pulled him down.
First of all, Nedved made a dumb play right here. He's in a big traffic jam, and he tries to throw it across the rink instead of getting it deep. And then he recovers enough to hook Holler off his feet. And these kind of mental errors are costing the Rangers any chance of making this series go very long. You can't make that play. If you do, you're lucky, and if you don't, here's what happens.
There is Holler. He's number 5, and yes, it was on the hook. Another player fell over in front of the net, but indeed it was on Holler. Well, the Rangers now find themselves in a real piece of trouble. Nearing the halfway mark of the second period. They're down 3 goals to Philadelphia. And the Flyers have a chance here to go up 4-0. They'll have to come back to start it out. Hextall stopping it. Swoboda with Desjardins. These are the 2 defensemen who start away. Swoboda carries it. The center goes to the right side. Farrell was open, takes a hit behind the net. Rangers get it up to Messier, and somebody trying to catch up. It'll be Graves. Messier! Stopped by Hextall. Messier had a notion to go to Graves. Now long shot. That's stopped. Big scoring chance for New York while killing the penalty. Hextall the save on Messier. Lindros in. Gets in front of the goal. But it's off the boards and back near the line. Slapped into Lindros. He's covered. Desjardins in deep with Lindros knocking it down and circling all the way back. Rolled it in front of the net. It was deflected. Just missed the far post. Rangers try to get it out. 40 seconds left on the power play for Philadelphia. Comes over here to Dykhouse. Shoots. That just missed. Yaskevich. Stopped by Richter. Big rebound. It was cleared in time. Renberg was parked in front of the net. Rangers get it down the ice. 20 seconds left in the penalty. Hextall with a broken stick in his hand now. The only player, of course, on the ice, other than Richter, permitted to play with a broken stick. I don't think any problem coming as it's all Philadelphia. Now the Rangers trying to get out. Hextall has a broken stick, and the Rangers go in offside. Hextall with the broken stick. Didn't have to worry. Offside at the line.
This is spring in Jeep territory, and this is your season's pass. Right now, a Jeep YJ with a 2.5-liter 4-cylinder engine, power steering, 4-wheel drive, reclining front bucket seats, full metal doors, removable hardtop, all-terrain tires, and AM/FM stereo cassette is just $15,988. At this price, Jeep territory has never been so accessible. See your local Jeep and Eagle dealer.
We see John just about every Saturday. So when John needed some things for his car, he came to the place he always does, Canadian Tire, where he picked up some Armor All Protectant. It protects your dash from the effects of the sun like fading and cracking, and it's only $5.49. We'd like to thank all the fathers and sons and the thousands of people who count on Canadian Tire every day. There's a lot more to Canadian Tire for a lot less.
Well, just before we went to commercial, you saw the little goal stick that Messier was using, and this is the shot that broke it. Hextall shot it. Look at the stick. You can see the end of it broken off, so Hextall played about 40 seconds with a half a blade on his goal stick.
11 minutes left in the second period. 3-0 Philadelphia. Richter makes a stop on a long shot, and that's the first sign of the fans starting to turn. And then, all down. It goes right on. Tyrion hit back to the net. Kovalev is on the puck. And now the play is called, and it's a penalty.
Kevin Lowe gets it for high sticking as he roared in at Rod Brind'Amour. And the New York Rangers take another penalty. And these kind of things can do nothing but cause a problem when you're down 3-0. Here's a look at it right here. Rod Brind'Amour going in to get the puck. Lowe pinching down, puts the stick right up across the face. It's 2 minutes. The New York Rangers, too many errors, too many bad penalties, and they're giving their enemy the means for their own destruction tonight.
Flyers have stabbed them 3 times already in the game. Dineen twice himself. Renberg has the other goal, scored at 1944, the first period. Dineen's opener at 2:54. Shot over the shoulder of Richter, and Dineen dumping from the blue line. Fooled Richter at 3:07 of the second. 3-0. Power play again, Philadelphia. Wrenberg at the blue line. Desjardins right into the chest of Richter, and he holds it. Again, we visit the broadcast center. And here's Ron.
Bob, the last time we checked at Byrne Arena, 2-0 New Jersey, but the Penguins cut the lead by 1. That's a nice pass, Kevin Stevens, to Ron Francis. Usually it's the other way around. Ron gets his 5th of the playoffs. Norm McIver, the other assist, and it's now 2-1 Devils.
From the faceoff in the New York zone, Rangers shorthanded, shoot at the length of the ice, nearing the halfway mark of the second. We are 15 seconds away from the halfway mark. Leclerc turning back. Leclerc missing the long pass. Lindros stopped it near the Ranger line, and a player falling on the puck. Getting up slowly is Bukaboom. Plays stop. Once again, we will visit Scott Russell.
Vic Hadfield, 1,002 games in the National Hockey League, a member of the famed gag line with Rod Gilbert and Jean Rattel. They could use your scoring touch now. If you were a Ranger right now, what are you going to do?
Well, they're certainly in a hole, and they've really got to put something together to get out of the second period and hopefully be within 1 going into the third. So they've got their work cut out. They've got a very fine club here in Philadelphia, but the Rangers are still a chance till somebody beats them.
Vic, thanks a lot for coming down. Good luck.
Thank you.
Guys.
Vic Hadfield looking terrific. Former 50-goal scorer with the Rangers. When 50 sounded like an insurmountable amount of goals. He did it. Long shot, score! It is now 4-0 Philadelphia. Another shot from the blue line, and this time Brind'Amour let it go. Maybe a deflection in front.
Brind'Amour tipped the point shot just slightly, and here comes Healy.
Desjardins maybe took the shot from the line. A harmless-looking shot, really.
Well, the shot came from the point, and Brind'Amour just touched it. Here comes Brind'Amour in front, and he puts a stick out. It just tips it, and it slides into the corner of the net past a helpless Richter to make it 4-0 Philadelphia. Healy comes in. Richter goes out. Healy giving Richter a little pep talk. There's not a better team guy in the league than Healy. This is an awful top spot for him to come in, and not a nice time for him to go out.
You knew this was going to happen before this night was out. They got the 2 first period goals. There was a question, and then the third goal, which was maybe a shot that should have been stopped, and now this one.
1988, 9:33 of the second period, 9:37 in Boston, Bob. The lights went out. 3-3 Edmonton. You remember that playoff game? We sat in the dark for an hour hoping that they'd go on. The lights are out for the Rangers right now, although just inside their heads, not inside the ring.
Yuskevich and Fedek were given the assists in the Brind'Amour goal, the 4th of the night for Philadelphia. So a 4-0 lead in Game 3. Boy, looks like curtains in this first home game for the Rangers. As we mentioned earlier, they have never come back in a playoff series down 2-0. Nedved, nice shot, deflected into the crowd. 8:57 left in the second period here at Madison Square Garden, and the Flyers are down 4-0. That's a long way to come back for New York.
The 1995 Neon from Chrysler has a whole lot to get happy about. Not only does it have more horsepower than the competition, it also comes with a long list of features like dual airbags, air conditioning, automatic transmission, and much more. All for the incredibly low price of only $13,888. And of course, with cab forward design, it'll fit any family. The 1995 Neon from Chrysler, only at your local Chrysler dealer.
About 200 meters now. Let's go. On your left up there. Left. Right straight. Come on, stay on me. Inside. We're doing it now. Let's go. Come on. On your right. Right.
Cut thirst in a powerful way with new Powerade Thirst Quencher.
I'm coming through now. Let's go.
Powerade, the next thing.
The closed captioning portion of this program is brought to you by Bank of Montreal.
The fourth Ranger goal scored by Brendamore, Yuskevich, and Fedek. 10:23 the time. That was a power play goal for Philadelphia. Fourth Flyers goal. Better said, they're up 4-0 with only 8:45 left in the second period. That is Lindros without a stick, so he takes the man, then Chinov to the ice with him. Lukaboom back. He does not touch it. Good hustle by Philadelphia. Odin getting in there to touch it. Rangers on the attack. Then Chinov playing on the pass. Now makes it. Got by in front of the net. No harm done. The Flyers get it back out. Kovalev. That pass going astray. Leach trying to catch up. Nice pad save by Hextall. Rangers trying to get something going. Looking for a life. Zubov near center. Decides to stick handle himself. And he's easily stopped. Odin on the move at his own line. Shoots it down the ice. The Rangers will be back there to pick it up. Nordstrom up the center. Gets to the Philadelphia line, and then the shot into the chest of Hextall. No problem.
Well, Eric Lindros, who obviously is playing for the Flyers, was nearly a New York Ranger. If you remember, in 1992, here is the deal that the Flyers made on the right with the $15 million added in, and on the little red dots for Thibault and Baumgartner, they're players taken in the draft picks they got over. There are the players the New York Rangers offered. And remember, problem sorting that one out as Marcel Abou accepted both offers, and finally the league awarded Lindros to the Flyers, and it looks like it was a stroke of good fortune for Philadelphia.
Flyers dumped the puck as far as the line. Leach stopped it, put it into the corner to Messier, given a bump right away by Dykhouse. Lindros took a swipe at it and missed it. Verbeek covered. Leach, easy shot in there, knocked down by Messier. Verbeek can't handle the pass. Took his man down. Messier pressing. Dykhouse picked it up, couldn't get it out. A pass in front. Score! Messier finally getting the Rangers on the board.
The Philadelphia Flyers had possession twice, including that time. And then Verbeek passed up the shot, got it over to Messier, and Messier shot a changeup at Hextall. He only got the bottom half of the puck. And Hextall, I think, would have had it if it had been a normal shot. But he was going to his right, the puck went to his left, and the Rangers, with 7 minutes left in the second period, get the first goal of this game. And as the fans are cheering, hoping the New York Rangers now get a little breath of fresh air. They've been in a mental smog since this game started.
Goal coming at the 13-minute mark. Messier scored it. We'll give you the complete scoring play in just a moment. It's 4-1 Philadelphia. Verbeek gets the assist on the Messier goal. Rangers again. Hextall glove save on Matteau. Trying to drive one by him on the short side. Nice glove save by Hextall.
The Philadelphia Flyers have been very conscientious in not allowing anybody to get to Hextall to screen him or grab a rebound. and they have a big, strong team, and it's starting to pay off. Their defense has done a nice job of taking the Rangers without the puck when they try to go to the net. And when's the last time you can remember the Rangers getting a second shot or a tip in or getting a chance to pounce on a rebound? Rarely in this game.
They win the draw quickly. Zubov gets it back. Low shot. He had lots of time, and he took the big windup. Falling in front of him was Fedek.
Good shot block. You're always taking a chance when you go down killing a penalty that far away from the net, because if Lowe ever pulled it by Brent Fedek here with a fake shot, Fedek could be sliding into the neutral zone and Lowe would be walking to the net. As you can see, the Flyers were busy taking the Ranger men in front, anticipating Kevin Lowe's shot would get through. This is one of the rare power plays that the Messier group with Leach and Zubov haven't been on.
Rangers slap it in. Next on out of the net, nearly got trapped. You saw the Rangers hustling in and had to forget about the puck and get back in, and barely did. Up to center is Brindamore. Dumped it in, and Zubov takes it. Nedved. He was hit trying to get out into the play. Nedved now dropped it back. Noonan shot to the ice in the corner. Larmer went in to help Nedved. He turns. Nedved back to the line. Zubov stopping it. Very cool back there. Now put it in front of the net, and the Flyers easily shoot it out, but it's off his stick and over the glass, and the faceoff is going to be just inside the Philadelphia line where Fedek was standing when he deflected it.
Well, the Ranger forwards are complaining at the treatment the Philadelphia defensemen are giving them when the puck goes to the point. And Hextall is getting a lot of help from this young Flyer defense corps. Now there's lots of people in front. The puck's at the point here, but you can see that the Flyer defensemen are trying to get every white shirt down.
Philadelphia 4, New York 1. They tried to dump it in. It didn't work. Philadelphia, DeMaio slipped it back inside his own line. Haller made the play. And right along the boards, they wait to move it. It's Kevin Haller. Long lead pass into Brindamore. He's pushed off to the side and then upended. Then Chinoff swings in around the net. He was checked right away and had to move it quickly. Came up after it. Centered it right in front of the net. Nobody could get a shot. Nordstrom was in, trying the backhand that time and lost control. Brindamore coming out. Slides it all the way down the ice, and Healy is out. He has to play it. Kovalev left it. Nordstrom flipped it ahead. Flyers easily take it at center. 4:25 left in the second period. Still a 3-goal lead for Philadelphia. Rangers have scored. Messier at 13 minutes to make it 4-1. Lindros on the ice again. Dumped, trying to get going. Messier gets back on side, and the Rangers shoot it in. Murphy chasing the puck. Back to the net with Graves. Redberg couldn't stare it out. Murphy nailed him. And the Rangers start to hit now. But here's a 2-on-1. Philadelphia. Lindros on the left. Redberg shooting it, and Healy makes the glove save on Redberg. Well, the Rangers might have something going.
In this day and age of stretching your dollar, here's a car that's no stretch at all, the Mazda 626 Kronos. Perhaps the best family sedan in the country, the 626 Kronos combines elegant styling, standard dual airbags, outstanding performance, and Mazda's 5-year warranty, all at a lease rate that could save you a mint. The 626 Kronos. Oh, did I mention the incredible lease rate?
In the NHL, there's only one sports drink, and it's gotta be Gatorade.
Well, Brian Leach has got a real riverboat gambling streak in him. Here he is pinching right down to the hash mark, and the puck jumps off the stick right here, and away the Flyers go on a 2-on-1, and Healy comes up with a real fine save on Renberg. And when you put your goalie in to replace the starter and he makes a stop like that, it's uplifting to everybody on the team, not just Healy.
3 minutes, 35 seconds left in the period. The Rangers in. Hard shot by Leach. He tried to beat Hextall on the glove side and went wide with the shot. Messier up the center ice is Verbeek. And Lindros is going to get a penalty on Verbeek. He hauled him down. Well, we have this Stanley Cup update for you now.
Back at the Byrne Arena, the New Jersey Devils make their lead now 3-1. Randy McKay with the hit on Sandstrom in the corner that starts the play, and he'll come around and pounce on the loose puck in the crease. Peluso and Holik get the assists. 2-goal cushion again for New Jersey. Late stages of the second there.
Lindros going to the penalty box. He grabbed Verbeek and hauled him down.
Well, he gave him just a little tug, but this guy's little tugs, they're big tugs by anybody else's standards. And down went Verbeek. And the Rangers, at 3:19 to go, could really give themselves a chance in the third period if they can score in this power play. But their power play has looked horrible tonight, and it was almost uncontrollable in Philadelphia in games 1 and 2.
Because the Philadelphia Flyers have looked terrific tonight. From the opening faceoff, Philadelphia took the steam right out of the Rangers and the crowd here at Madison Square Garden. But now, the Rangers have 1 goal on there. Messier at 13 minutes. Now a power play, and they could climb to within 2 of the Flyers. Here we go. Messier won the draw. Leach at the line with Zubov. Zubov the puck to Leach. Short pass. He lost it. Kept it in. Great second effort by Leach, but now Haller will clear it, and a 2-on-1 with McTavish. Haller shoots. Scores! Haller fooling Healy. He looked like he was going to pass it to McTavish, but ripped the shot in, and very quickly it's 5-1 Philadelphia.
Well, not only a shorthanded goal, but another odd man rush goal. The 10th goal of the playoffs for the Philadelphia defenseman. Leach gets caught in a crowd here and tries a cute little pass instead of just getting it deep. Look how close the 3 penalty killing Flyers are, and Leach couldn't get it deep. And away goes Haller on the 2-on-1. Zubov, the lone defenseman. Haller makes a smart play here. He's not going to try a fancy pass when he's shorthanded, and he blows it by Healy. And it is a short side shot that beat Healy on the glove side. And the comeback that the Rangers look like they might begin has sputtered to a stop.
Yes. As Messier comes over the line, checked off the puck. 2:45 left in the period. Flyers are very cool now. Look at that pass right in front of Hextall to Haller. And he shoots it down the ice. 16:59, the time of the goal by Haller. Zubov moving up, takes it up the line, goes across to the other side for Leach. He shoots it in there for Pat Verbeek. Pushed off the puck by Yuskevich. Back to the line again, Zubov. And now the shot deflected onto the glass. And out over the line it comes. Brindamore, the assist on the Haller goal at 16:59, shorthanded. That's a big blow for the New Yorkers to swallow. Counter pass across in front of Leach to Zubov. Hardly ever shoots. Now to Leach. That stop, rebound, cleared away. Rangers continue to press though. And the play called, a Ranger player on the ice to the right of Hextall. I think it's Larmer.
Steve Larmer, when the puck went to the point, Larmer was trying to get position in front of the net. And it looks like the Philadelphia Flyer defenseman Carl Dykhouse decked Larmer. And Larmer looks in a great deal of pain here. Let's have a look at it. 28 Larmer right in front of the net. And there's the cross check from behind. And Larmer never got up. Here it is here from our camera in the net. Hextall makes the save. And just as he makes the save, he takes the cross check across the back. And maybe he was just winded. Larmer, who had the 900 and some odd consecutive game streak before he held out in Chicago, has played through injuries. You have to think he got the wind knocked out of him. When you get the wind knocked out of you from behind, you've taken a hard shot.
Long night for Coley Campbell. He had better ideas coming into this game. First at home against Philadelphia in the semifinal of the Eastern Conference. Down 2-0 on 2 overtime wins in Philadelphia.
The Rangers tonight with some poor decisions and some plays where they've been out-battled have been the architect of this score. 5-1 Flyers. Almost all Flyer goals came as a result of blatant errors, either mental or physical, on behalf of the Rangers. And at this time of the year against a team that's rolling along like the Flyers, you can't make those mistakes.
Only 22 seconds left in the penalty to Eric Lindros. And as the Flyers get the puck up to the line where Zubov knocked it down, we have a minute and a half left in the period. Messier circling inside that blue line. He's stopped along the boards by Rob DeMille. Graves was there. Back to Messier. To Graves. Can't handle it. Zubov shoots it. Hextall is stopped. It's centered again. Graves couldn't get a stick near it. And it's fired back down the ice. Lindros out of the penalty box. And we have 1 minute left. That's all in the second period.
Last minute of play in the period.
5-1 Philadelphia. Carrion turning. Up to Podine. Gets across the line. Bukaboom got a piece of him. He went to his knees. Got puck back up quickly. Then ran into the boards with the help of Kovalev. Gets the puck again. Out front. Dineen's backhander. Picked out by Healy. Healy reaching for it. Hangs on to it.
Well, Dineen, looking for that hat trick, was jumping around like a jackrabbit there. Tried to poke the puck from underneath the glove of Healy. Couldn't quite get there in time. 34 seconds left in the second period. And the Flyers have dispelled any possibility that this crowd would intimidate them here at Madison Square Garden.
We have a moment now, so let's go visit with Ken Daniels at the Meadowlands. Ken?
Thank you, Bob. It is 3-1, New Jersey leading Pittsburgh with 0.6 seconds left in this second period. The Devils have scored first in all 8 of their playoff games. John McLean 58 seconds into the second period. Then Bobby Holik made it 2-0 before Ron Francis got the Penguins on the board on just their 10th shot of the hockey game. As Stevens is rather upset, as you can see, late in the period he was hauled down and he's upset with Kerry Fraser. So they'll face this one off to close it out. Then Randy McKay, after Francis had narrowed the gap to 2-1. McKay scored his third, and right off the draw, Brodeur makes the save. So the second period comes to a close. 3-1 Devils after 2. Bob?
All right, Ken, and here 23.7 seconds remaining, and the Flyers are leading 5-1 over the New York Rangers. Jeff Bukaboom ahead to Kovalev. A 4-goal spread now. Philadelphia touching the puck back there, and that's an icing call against New York with just over 11 seconds left.
Well, Kyprios and Nemchinov won the race for the puck to take the icing away, but neither one of them touched the puck. And the third guy that came third, the show horse, he came in and touched it and got the icing with 11 seconds left. The Rangers have been completely out of sync tonight, and the Flyers have taken advantage of that difficulty.
Well, they've been right on. As we mentioned at the start of the game, they came right after New York. And Dineen scored at 2:54 of the first period. Then Renberg, Dineen, Brindamore, Messier, little light for the Rangers, and then Holler. 40 minutes Canucks tonight. And hear from Trevor Linden of the Vancouver Canucks. So Ron will be chatting with him, and that's coming up as there's the buzzer to end the second period at Madison Square Garden. With the Flyers taking over the second as well. And
well,
leading 5-1.
There's no question about the superior team in the first two periods. The Rangers played far better in Philadelphia, and Philadelphia is playing the same way here as they did there, and are closing in on getting a 3-0 lead in this series.
Shots after two periods are 26-21 for the Flyers. You would think maybe more, but that's it. The score is huge. Flyers 5, the Rangers 1.
Chrysler Plymouth has got a real deal for you minivan lovers. A 95 Voyager at the rock bottom price of $16,988, and they're loaded. V6 power, front wheel drive, power steering and power brakes, auto and air, 7-passenger seating, dual airbags, luggage rack, and rear wiper washer. Right now, only $16,988 at Central Chrysler, downtown Elliott at Goyu. A 95 minivan with all the goodies for $16,988. A real deal at the original minivan store. Sale on right now.
Oh, hi.
So how was it today?
Good.
What did he say? Pen? What did he say? We're gonna have a baby.
Freedom 55 from London Life. The freedom to choose. The power to get there.
From mufflers to brakes to tune-ups, under your car or under your hood, Canadian Tire has you covered. Because we have licensed technicians specially trained to perform each job, all with the experience that comes from servicing over 10,000 cars every day. And we install only quality parts backed by a nationwide guarantee. So when your car needs service, come to the place with the parts, the warranties, and the specialists you can trust to get the job done right. Canadian Tire. There's a lot more for your car for a lot less.
Why is it at some car dealers you feel like a number instead of a person? Take the short drive to the Tilbury Auto Mall and rediscover how easy, friendly, and affordable car buying can be. You'll never feel rushed or pressured to buy because we pride ourselves on personal service the old-fashioned way. Visit us soon at Tilbury Chrysler Jeep Eagle, Gary Mackey Chevrolet Geo, Andre Lanoux Pontiac Buick GMC, and Lally Ford. The Tilbury Auto Mall on Highway 2, just seconds off the 401, where we treat you just like family.
Tonight, a visit with Vancouver Canucks captain Trevor Linden, who's been in the heart of the moment twice at the United Center in Chicago. In Game 1, Trevor's goal off the paddle of Eddie Belfour required video replay for confirmation. It stood up. In Game 2, he had the misfortune of pirouetting at the wrong time, and Paul Stewart felt his foot in the crease, albeit for a second or so, was enough to warrant disallowing the goal. Trevor joins me now from Vancouver on the off day in anticipation of Game 3. A pretty tough loss in Game 2. Trevor, your feelings on the first two games?
Well, you know, just what we expected. Chicago's played very solid, and you know, with their defense, when you give them too much time and space, you can make them look pretty good. We have to try and do a better job of that tomorrow and take some time and space away from them.
What, I mean, obviously you don't want Belfour to handle the puck, and they're lining as many as 5 Hawks up on the blue line. What did Rick Lee say today to try and beat both the trap in the neutral zone and then all this defense at the blue line?
I think some keys are to get it in early, right at the red line, make smart dumps around the boards hard or cross corners, and we have to be tenacious. We have to go after it and cause some turnovers. We have to make it happen and you know, get to them and make them make some turnovers.
Besides being kind enough to sit and wait a half an hour to do the interview here for Hockey Night in Canada, what did you do today?
We just had a skate today at 1 and a little meeting afterwards, talked a few things over and tried to get prepared for tomorrow. It's a huge game for our group.
Going back to last year, in situations where you found yourself down, you'll obviously draw from that. You personally, Trevor, what do you feel you can do in Game 3 and maybe draw on last year's examples, especially maybe the final when you were down 3-1 to the Rangers?
I think, Ron, we just have to go out early and really establish ourselves, and hopefully we can get some momentum being back at home for Game 3 here and the fans on our side. And I just want to go out and really work hard and be tenacious in the corners and try and make some turnovers. I think that leading that way is the best way to lead right now.
How are you health-wise?
This is the best I've been all playoffs, so I'm looking forward to it. I can get through. You know, it's a lot easier for me to shoot the puck now, and it's the best I've been, so I'm looking forward to it.
What about maybe using the defense as part of your offense? Was there much discussion of Babic and Lume and guys like that joining the rush?
Well, we hope to get Jeff Brown back tomorrow. It's still up in the air. No one's. I'm looking forward to it.
What about maybe using the defense as part of your offense? Was there much discussion of Babic and Lume and guys like that joining the rush?
Well, we hope to get Jeff Brown back tomorrow. It's still up in the air. No one's really sure what's going on there. But definitely with the guys we have, we want to try and create, get them jumping into play more. And any way to generate more offense against the Hawks, you have to do it because there's not a lot of chances out there to be had.
Who have they matched against you? What line have you been against?
We really haven't been too concerned with the forward matchup. It's mostly been Nichols, Murphy, and Craven, but I don't think they're too concerned about. Mostly we're seeing Suter and Chelios every time we're out. I've played with Courtnall and Bure and Gino and Pavel, so it's mostly Chelios and Suter. They play a tremendous amount of time, and we have to try and make it as difficult for them as we can.
Well, it was a tough break on the disallowed goal, but that means one's coming your way. Good luck in Game 3.
Thanks, Ron. I appreciate that.
Trevor Linden and the Vancouver Canucks host the Chicago Blackhawks tomorrow evening, 7 o'clock at the Pacific Coliseum, 10 ET. That's coast to coast on Molson Hockey Night in Canada on CBC. It's 5-1 Philadelphia leading the Rangers after 40 minutes.
At Jim Allen Chevrolet in Essex, Goodwrench Service Plus stands for expert service by qualified technicians, all at an honest price. Like our 29-minute oil change, or the next one's free. Our parts and service department is open Saturdays from 8 to 1 for your convenience. Our parts department carries a complete line of genuine GM parts. We've received the President's Triple Crown Award 10 times. This is General Motors' most prestigious dealer award for sales and customer satisfaction. Just one more good reason to come to Jim Allen Chevrolet in Essex.
Hi, Ben.
What are you doing home this early?
I got a ride. So how was it today?
It was good.
Ben, what did he say? We're gonna have a baby.
First customers are here.
Do you think everything's gonna be all right?
Gonna be just fine.
Freedom 55 from London Life. The freedom to choose. The power to get there.
Allergy supers. Tulip Fair. Now listen, loves. If what you're taking for your allergies is making you sleepy, remember the non-drowsy relief of Claritin. Crikey, take it from me, love. Who feels like being in a bed all summer? Claritin is jolly good for your itchy eyes, runny nose, sneezing, and blimey, you can still tiptoe, not trudge through the tulips, so keep your eyes open, love. If it's non-drowsy you're looking for, look for one that says it on the box.
From headlights to transmission fluid to tires, inside, outside, top to bottom, Canadian Tire has you covered. Because we have the experience that comes from servicing over 10,000 cars every day and more than 65,000 auto parts and products, which means we help maintain more cars than anyone. So whatever you need, come to the one place with everything, Canadian Tire. There's a lot more for your car for a lot less.
I'm David Kyle from the Windsor Late News. The Labour Council holds an all-candidates debate tonight. There's a protest over the cancellation of creative arts classes, and a half-hour special on Primetime News says Windsor is as good as it gets in Canada. Join us later.
Back at the broadcast center, this is called a shoulder pad shot. If you can see. It comes in Philadelphia leading by 4 at the end of 40 minutes of play there, having the edge in shots 26-21. I'll tie in this shoulder pad thing a little more sensibly in a moment. The other game tonight's at the Byrne Arena, 7 miles away in the Meadowlands, just over the Hudson. The Devils lead by 2 after 2 periods of play there. And let's show you a couple of highlights from the second period. No scoring in the first. After it was 1-0 on John McLean's second of the playoffs, Bobby Halik scores here. Great pass, Randy McKay. Tommy Albaline also draws an assist on the goal. Had made it 2-0 for the Devils. But the Pens fight back. Ron Francis, the playoffs' leading scorer, gets his 5th and 18th point from McIver and Stevens. Then Randy McKay with a hit on Sandstrom. It goes over to Peluso in the corner to Halik. He gets the shot, or Halik in the corner to Peluso. Doesn't matter. Randy does the scoring. His 3rd of the Stanley Cup playoffs, and as I say, it's 3-1. The shots there, 31-15. The New Jersey Devils lead, and of course in the game are in command by 2. On the topic of shoulder pads, let's get you to MSG. Kevin Dineen looking for his first career playoff hat-tricks with Scott.
Kevin Dineen, 2 goals tonight. Kevin, how about an assessment of the scores so far through 2 periods?
Well, we just, last 2 games, we were down 2-0 early, and we wanted to come out and just play a good, solid start and give us a chance in the 3rd period. It seems the last 2 games we've come back in the 3rd period and played pretty solid. So tonight we had the ball really going there, and when it's a lot nicer playing with a lead, I tell you, instead of fighting back like we have. And now we just have one more to kind of clamp down on them.
Quickly, Eric's line has taken a lot of the heat for you. You guys are getting a little bit of room, aren't you?
Definitely. I mean, it's been like that all year. As these guys are, even though they're trying to play them real tight, you can't stop them. I mean, they do so much out there, and they're so strong offensively that you really have a tough time stopping them. And it does. It creates a lot of room for guys like Brendan Moore and myself and Fedek, and we're chipping in the odd goals here and there, and everybody's contributing to the whole cause here.
Kevin Dineen with Scott Russell after 2 periods in New York. The Stanley Cup champs on the ropes, 5-1 Philadelphia. We'll have more on Molson Hockey Night in Canada on CBC.
If you're looking for action, welcome to the party. Yippee-ki-yay. Very cool stuff. Bruce Willis, Die Hard with a Vengeance. Now playing.
To prove that Armor All with Dust X keeps your dash looking clean even in the dustiest conditions, we're here at the Desierto 500. We've left this side of the dash untreated, while on the other side we've applied Armor All with Dust X. So let's go! Well, there you have it. Armor All with Dust X keeps your dash looking clean.
On sale this week at Canadian Tire.
Down by a goal.
The shot. Pro line from Sports Select. Think fast. Play to win.
Started off delivery driver, and from driver to snow shoveler to printer, now big entrepreneur guy about town. My business advantage is our technology, and technology comes at a cost. It's important that I have a saving. The Advantage plan definitely gives me a saving. It says total Advantage savings, 56%. The money we save goes toward new technology, and that's what's given us our advantage over our competition.
Down by a goal.
The shot. Pro line from Sports Select. Think fast. Play to win.
Yeah? Daddy, I wanted to eat something with you.
Sorry, big guy, no time this morning.
Look in your case.
Kellogg's Nutri-Grain cereal bars, now in peach.
Looks like some little surprise from Mommy.
I got one too.
Delicious crust with whole grain oats with real fruit filling and low in fat.
Peach.
Do you love it?
I do.
We're having a good time, Daddy.
Yeah.
Can we do lunch?
Kellogg's Nutri-Grain bars as part of a complete breakfast. Good food on the go.
If you're looking for action, welcome to the party. Yippee-ki-yay. Very cool stuff. Bruce Willis, Die Hard with a Vengeance. Now playing.
Back at the broadcast center, getting set for the third period at MSG in New York. Tommy Webster's old team, the Detroit Junior Red Wings, got all the way to the Memorial Cup final before bowing to that red-hot Kamloops Blazers team. Tom's got lots going on right now with the Philadelphia Flyers. A successful 5-1 effort through 2 periods of play, and Scott Russell caught up with Tom at the end of the period.
Tom Webster, you're playing with a 4-goal lead going into the third period. That's new territory. How might you approach it?
Well, I think all along we have to continue to play what got us the lead. Is we really have to play smart, keep the puck going in, play an aggressive forechecking game as long as we don't get in the outnumbered situations. Keep our high forward. If it's not there, continue to try and work a trap system and look for those turnovers. And I don't think we're going to try and change too much, except maybe stay out of the penalty box.
Thank you, Tom, and thank you, Scott. Coming up, the third period. It's Philadelphia 5, New York 1 on Molson Hockey Night in Canada on CBC.
Hello, I'm Lois Marshall, and you're about to become famous. If you've ever taken a lesson or exam through the Royal Conservatory of Music, as I once did, we'd love to hear from you. We're creating a beautiful book and historic register listing our former students from across Canada. This will become part of a permanent display on the history of the Conservatory. Call us now at 1-800-709-0888 and take your place in music history.
It's time to make your escape to Ohio and Cedar Point. Make your getaway to Ohio and Cedar Point. For money-saving coupons, call 1-800-BUCKEYE for your free Ohio Pass travel planner and Cedar Point family getaway guide. That's 1-800-BUCKEYE.
Welcome back. They're not quite set yet in New York, so they are running in the third period at the Meadowlands. Let's go back to the Devils' pens with Ken Daniels.
All right, Ron, thank you. The first period here resembled the Wings and Sharks from last night, minus all the goals. New Jersey dominated, out shooting Pittsburgh 17-3, but it was scoreless after one as that shot in is held by Martin Brodeur. The Devils scored 3 in the second, took a 2-0 lead before the playoff scoring leader Ron Francis netted his 5th, beating Martin Brodeur. But Randy McKay, who earlier set up Bobby Halik, scored one of his own, 3-1 Devils after 2. Pittsburgh with a better second period, only outshot 14-12. Martin Brodeur not severely tested, although Kevin Stevens did ring one off the goal post. Luc Robitaille hasn't done too much tonight. The Devils had every chance to put Claude Lemieux, Bobby Carpenter, and Stéphane Richer against the big line for Pittsburgh, Francis, Stevens, and Jagger, and they've done a terrific job holding them in check. So with the last line change, Jacques Lemaire, Larry Robinson have decided that this is the way they want to go, and the Pens 0 for 2 on the power play tonight. New Jersey 0 for 1. As we say right now, 4 skaters aside. The shot's 31-16 favoring the Devils. We played 30 seconds of this third period. The face-off to the right of Martin Brodeur. Ken Reggett's been super in the Pittsburgh goal. Francis on the draw as New Jersey controls. That's Sean Chambers. Takes it to safety back of Martin Brodeur. Now let's go to third period action at Madison Square Garden. Here's Bob Cole and Harry Neal.
Thank you, Ken Daniels. Yes, the third period about to get going here at Madison Square Garden in New York. It was hot outside today. Very cool for the Rangers inside tonight. Fahrenheit temperature got up to 91 in Manhattan today. A beautiful day. And not such a great evening for the Rangers. They're down 5-1. Puck is shot into the Philadelphia zone. Rangers want to get something going early. Messier centered one. Quick shot by Graves was weak. And Hextall had lots of time to move the stick. Lindros dropped it back. Leclerc's shot nowhere near the net. It comes out over the line. Slapped back in. The whistle goes, and after the whistle, Verbeek kept coming right at the Philadelphia player, the defenseman Holland.
Well, as we mentioned in the opening, Hextall doesn't seem to be disturbed at all by the razzing that the fans were giving him from the warm-up on. He's made 4 or 5 key stops. But what I like about the Flyers tonight is I think they all rallied behind Hextall, knowing the dreadful time he had in here last year and the verbal abuse he was going to take. And that's a great sign for any good team. It comes to the rescue of a teammate in a little possible trouble.
Flyers have had everything tonight. Short-handed goal, power play goal, great defense. Marion, bad spill. He's okay, gets back up quickly. Nordstrom missed his man on the boards. Rangers move it up to Nordstrom. Kyprios takes his pass and dumps it in wide of the net into the corner for Nemchinov. And a penalty coming out now. Oh, a big hit in behind the net. A charging call is made.
Well, the Rangers obviously came out wanting to take a physical stance. A little late, I would say, and Kyprios gets a charging penalty here.
Rangers shorthanded again. There's Kyprios, 19. Look out.
36 strides. They're only allowed 2. And he jumped at the end of it. And Nemchinov was lucky he didn't get nailed. Kyprios is going to knock anything down that was moving. He takes 2 minutes. And the New York Rangers take another penalty that doesn't give them much of a chance to get back in this game. Philadelphia Flyers are bigger than the Rangers and are stronger than the Rangers. I don't think Kovalev nearly lost his young life right here. Therrien comes roaring through. And if he didn't fall, he'd be into the Flyers bench without any gates opening.
Philadelphia 5, New York 1. Game 3. Flyers are up in the series 2-0. Hookable winding up and gets it by everybody. Ball out of the net. Flyers back. Desjardins on the boards and coming to center. Desjardins up over the line. They roll it right in front. Healy out of the net. Puck hit the side of the goal and was cleared back down the ice. 1:25 left in the penalty. Rangers shorthanded. Fired up but offside. Lindbergh was at the blue line and stepped too early.
Mark Messier, who's played many shifts against Lindros, is playing his 210th playoff game tonight. Coming into tonight's game, he led the NHL playoff power play points with 8. Had 5 assists in the first 2 games. And only needs 1 goal to tie his old buddy Yari Curry for 2nd overall in playoff goals with 102. Gretzky, first, 110.
Kovalev kicked the puck along the boards. Iskevich going the other way, trying to beat Kovalev. Rangers stop it at the line. In front, Larmer. Had it tapped off his stick before he could shoot. Kovalev had to come back out. All the way back. Zubov turns. And he goes back. 40 seconds left in the penalty. They kill some time here. Rangers shorthanded. Changing again. 30 seconds left in the penalty. Kyprios of New York in the penalty box. Philadelphia leading the Rangers 5-1. Leach trying to put it in deeper than that. Stopped by Wells. Now Brindamore. Backhand pass gets up to the Ranger line. Easily cleared down the ice. 5 seconds left in the penalty. So the Rangers have killed it off rather effectively. But they have a long way to go to get back into this one. Down 4 goals. Leach dropped it back inside his own line. Zubov will give it to Leach again.
Hit the line, Brian.
Up the center. And coming over the Philadelphia line. Leach nearly split the defense. Was caught the last second by Therrien. Cleared again down the ice. And Healy decides to hold it and then lost that chance. Lost the mitt to boot. Shot into Hextall. Philadelphia starting back. Eric Desjardins putting had it rather high on the glass. Neto slipped a short pass ahead. Zubov picking it up and going in. He is stopped easily. The Flyers kept closely now. Trying to wear the Rangers down. Doing a pretty good job of it. Lindros in. Ran into Verbeek. On to center, Nedved. Zubov again. Coming in. Took a shot this time. And Hextall to save. Rangers bounce on the puck. Left for low. Into Matto behind the goal. Centered it. And McTavish was there to intercept. And he's away. McTavish. Left wing pass. Flyers on the move. Bodine could get it in front for Yulin. Nedved. 5 minutes gone in the third. Ahead to center. McTavish back. Bumped his man. Larmer, who recovered the puck and shot it in. Hextall leaving the net. And shot it off the boards all the way down the ice. Linesman Ray Escapanello apparently took a blow to the head. And a big crowd gathering near the Philadelphia bench.
25-24. Building. Blocks of time passing by, geographies of unforgettable characteristics and stones bouncing off a backbone buried deep in your own backyard. Why? Because I am.
Storage space a problem? Try the leading maker of wood grain and vinyl finish storage sheds, Arrow.
Pepsi Max has 1/3 the calories of regular Pepsi. Let me explain. Take a paycheck. Take off taxes, deductions, taxes. Boom, 1/3 left.
Pepsi Max. All the taste, 1/3 the calories.
Forgot. Student loan.
Campanella getting a treatment from the Ranger trainers. You can see he's cut over the left eye, and here's where it happened, right in front of the bench. Campanella comes running in to break up Wells and Bodine, and boom, right off the head. The referees are tough guys too. Campanella, and here it comes right here. Walked right into that baby. He's getting, you can see he's getting a little Band-Aid on. Two guys who've got to be awful proud of their team, Bob Clark and Bill Barber. Two Flyers that have contributed greatly to the, not only the current team, but they were pretty good, those two guys, weren't they?
I guess.
Bobby Clark is competitive with players I've ever seen. And since he's come to the Flyers, they've added 12 players, and most of them big. He likes big teams. He played on big teams, and although he wasn't big in stature, he was the biggest Flyer of them all.
So out of it, a pair of penalties, one to the Rangers, one to the Flyers. Their 4 skaters aside. We are nearing the 6-minute mark of period number 3. Philadelphia 5, New York 1. Flyers moving again. Renberg cutting to the net. And the net will go flying. Healy gonna stick down and stop the puck. And Renberg hit the net.
There are no blue ribbons for doing the little things. No tributes for just keeping your sense of humor. But the men who give their best every day deserve our best. Gillette Series Shaving Gel with advanced lubricants for incredible smoothness. Sensor Excel with microfins. And Gillette Aftershave Gel for extra comfort. Together, Gillette's best shave. And sometimes that's its own reward. Gillette, the best a man can get.
Don't you remember this? 15 years ago, Bob Nystrom deflects the pass from John Tonelli, and the New York Islanders win the Stanley Cup with an overtime goal by Bob Nystrom, whose sweater number was retired earlier this short season. If you're an Islander fan, that picture is etched forever in your mind.
Whenever the Islanders went into overtime, Arbery would say, Nystrom, get out quick. Or he came through a lot. Flyers are leading 5-1 in this third period. And a centering pass to Lindros. Hard pass to handle. It was a bit high. Lindros again on it. Rangers just trying to bide some time now with just the 3 skaters.
Leach in the box for holding to give them this disadvantage. 4 skaters against 3.
Lindros coming in. Gets a pass away, but it was deflected over the stick. Swoboda at the blue line. Coming back to him. Swoboda just backs up a little. He has Lindros there. Swoboda again. Lindros once more. Faked his shot. Wants to go to Swoboda. To Lindros. Shoots. Really got something on that. Went in behind him and got out the other side. Stayed out. Swoboda's shot blocked and cleared down the ice by Graves. Seconds left in the first 2 penalties. That's on the 4-on-3 power play situation for Philadelphia, leading by 4 goals. Wells and Bodine went off at 5:15. Leach at 5:35. 4-3. Now the first 2 penalties are over, and only 19 seconds left in the Ranger penalty to Leach.
The Philadelphia Flyers are just going to play a no-chance period. Get it out of their zone. Get it deep into the Ranger zone. Don't be giving up any odd man rushes. No pinching. No low percentage play. Play it safe. Force the Rangers to do the gambling, pinching, and bad percentage plays because they'll hop on them and put another one in.
The 6 goals in the game came in the first 2 periods. Philadelphia up 5-1. Crowd on the puck behind at the New York net. Comes off the boards to Yaskevich. Shot it in there again. Leach is out of the penalty box. So the Rangers better get going now. Kovalev and Larmer. Larmer to Kovalev. Can't handle it. Had to take it on the backhand. Now Lowe takes a shot. That's kicked away from the net by Denkhouse. Nemchinov tried to keep it in. Kevin Lowe was outside the line and hooked it back to center. Zubov coming up, weaving his way over the line. Then the pass is intercepted, and the Flyers get it out again. Edberg didn't see it. Leach dropping it. Kovalev coming up through center. Stick handles over the line. Knocked down, but the pass goes in on the boards. Comes back to Kovalev, and he just missed it. Again, Philadelphia trying to clear it. Put it high into the crowd. 11:32 left in the third period.
After years of waiting alone, he's finally getting an afterlife.
Yes!
Get the game, bone man!
You guys are disgusting creeps.
Thank you. Casper. Haunting season begins Friday, May 26th at theaters everywhere.
Let me tell you about the Stetson man. Once was a legend of the American land. No matter if he's a city boy, deep in his soul, he's a born cowboy. He's a Stetson man.
At Andre Lanoux Pontiac Buick GMC, we built our reputation for service. Good rent service plus, that is. You'll be met by prompt, courteous service people who understand your vehicle needs. It means a factory-trained technician will perform the work on your car or truck. It means that we can service your car while you wait in most cases. It means that the price quoted on the ground is the same price on the hoist. 96% of our customers said they would recommend us to their friends. Andre Lanoux Pontiac Buick GMC, our service record speaks for itself.
3 players in tonight's game and in this series have won the Conn Smythe Trophy as the most valuable player in the playoffs. the most recent Brian Leetch last year when the Rangers won the Stanley Cup.
Ron Hextall won it. A losing team.
That's a bigger compliment, perhaps, than winning it on a winning team. Remember, he took the Flyers 7 games against that great Oiler team before they finally lost it.
Philadelphia 5. New York 1. Rangers in. Hextall boots one away with a left pad. Well, what do you know?
Joey Kocur.
Somebody throws a punch. It's number 26 of the Rangers, Joey Kocur.
And Kevin Haller was the guy on the other end. Kocur never even took his gloves off, and Haller had no intention of retaliating. Hextall, this is a picture we should frame. Hextall is trying to talk Haller out. Or is it Therrien out of getting involved? The penalty's already been called on Joe Kocur. I don't think Haller's going to get one unless it's for taking 2 punches to the mouth. Joe Kocur, who has played very infrequently, never did take his gloves off here. And we'll take a look at this whole skirmish from behind Ron Hextall. In front of the net, 26 in white, 5 in orange, 1 punch. Still another one. One more coming here. There's another one here. Finally, Haller goes down. Hasn't even dropped a stick. A couple of years ago, Hextall would have had Kocur by now, I would think. But he was a peacemaker. And I said earlier in the series, I've never seen him so poised and self-controlled. I think that got in the way of his performance some nights. Not in this series, and obviously not in the one against Buffalo.
Minor penalty to Kocur. And here we go to Scott Russell.
Former coach of the Philadelphia Flyers, Bill Dineen, also the father of Kevin, who's got 2 tonight. Your Flyers have been so impressive away from home. What's done it for him, Bill, tonight?
Well, I think we came out and we played a strong first period. And I think a key goal was our 5th goal after they scored their 1. After we had 4-0, about the 13-minute mark, we came back 3 minutes later. Hopefully took them out of it. But you know, we still got another 10 minutes to go here. They're a tough hockey club.
Done well like a pro scout, but you must be a proud dad. Kevin's got 2.
Well, I am, and I'm glad.
All right, thanks a lot, Bill.
Thank you very much.
Guys, back to you.
All right, the 5th goal. Scott, of course, was the one by Haller. Short-handed goal. Just after Messier had given the Rangers something to think about, and he scored at the 13-minute mark of the second. 11:05 left in the 3rd now, and it's still 5-1. Bookable. Didn't clear the puck. Desjardins takes a shot, deflected and wide of the net. Healy was out cutting the angle. Got by him, but missed the net. Back of the goal is Renberg. Gets out front, centering pass through the crease. In back of the goal, this Philadelphia power play on the outside. They just want to kill the clock, really. One more wouldn't be bad, I suppose, but a 4-goal lead. There is Lindros in, hitting Bookable, and there's going to be another penalty. Call. Nope, play goes right on. Hextall started to leave the net, came up near the blue line. And he saw, in fact, there was no penalty being called, and scampered back in, nearing the halfway mark of the 3rd. 45 seconds left in the Kocur penalty. Rangers stop it at center. Kovalev shoots it back in. Lindros has to have 20 hits in this series.
And he won't retaliate. He's really matured. A year ago, after some of the shots he's taken in retaliation, he'd be into it. Not anymore. He gives the hits, and when he's nailed, he takes them and gets on with his game. And got to be awful discouraging trying to run into that phone booth, trying to knock him over.
It's a credit to Terry Murray and all this young Philadelphia team, looking so very composed. Watch them to start.
Watch this hit right here. Big Eric on Jeff Bookable.
Bookable
comes back and gives him the stick in the stomach. No retaliation by Lindros. Goes about his business. draws. Hart Trophy. He's going to win the Hart Trophy.
5 seconds left in the penalty. Yuskevich dealing a quick pass. Healy stopped the shot. Kept in though. Now the Rangers try to move it out and do not. Brindamore flipped one into Healy and he held it. They're at full strength again. Kevin Lowe going after Dineen.
Dineen had something to say to Healy. So as often happens in a blowout, and I think you can class this as a blowout, tempers get frayed among the losing players, and the team that's winning doesn't want to get involved, but sometimes it's pretty tough to turn the offers down.
Well, they're changing all around again. Under 10 minutes left in the third period in Game 3.
Remember, Healy had his glove ripped off in one. And, you can see that Healy's stick came up and just about clipped, or did clip, Dineen. At this time of the year, I'm sure the message rolling down the Flyer benches, take it for the team, boys, take it for the team. Don't retaliate.
Shot from the blue line, way off the net. Healy tried to reach it, missed it. Messier moving on the boards against McTavish. Shea Wells, Verbeek had his man, but McTavish had the puck at the blue line. And it's still the Flyers fighting for it. Healy reaching out to knock it away from Yulin. Penalty coming up against Philadelphia. Nordstrom was upended. And the Flyers, Podine, will get 2 minutes.
This woman is watching her blood pressure. She's watching a heart care video from IDA's HealthView Library. Free to borrow from your local IDA drugstore. Your complete HealthView Library.
At IDA.
Silken Lauman is watching her health. She's looking into a healthcare video from IDA's HealthView Library. Free to borrow from your local IDA drugstore. Your complete HealthView Library.
Your health is worth watching.
At IDA. There's a new instant game in town. Goes by the name of Keno. It's worth a mosey down. Because for only $3, Keno gives you 5 chances to win up to $50,000 instantly. So give it a scratch. You could win big. Hey! Yahoo! New Instant Keno. It really pays off.
At the Meadowlands in New Jersey, you see the Devils, and Pittsburgh. It's 3-1 Devils with about 6.5 minutes left in the third period there. The Devils, as you know, a tough team to come back on. They have a 2-goal lead. Philadelphia here has a 4-goal lead with 8:35 remaining in the third period. Verbeek coming in. Flyers have a penalty now. New York power play. Leach. Pass is just not working. Not on the money tonight. One came to Leach on a skate. Away sometime, moving it back to Verbeek. Back to Leach again. Other side. Zubov to Leach. The shot. Blocked by Hextall. And he's been rock solid. Ready for this crowd tonight. He's proved it.
I think he was inspired by all the media hype coming in here. Not that he takes much to get him motivated. He's a very motivated athlete. The Philadelphia Flyers have made one obvious change in their penalty killing. They're getting out much quicker to the Ranger point men, especially number 2, Brian Leach. And he hasn't got the time or the space to make the plays he made in games 1 and 2.
He has it again for Zubov. Shot into a crowd in front of Hextall. The big goalie down, back up again. And the puck fired over the boards at the Philadelphia bench. In the penalty now, 1:10 left. And 7:56 in the third period.
Ron Hextall has been the Ron Hextall that played for the Flyers before he left for Quebec City and the New York Islanders. And here he makes a long screenshot stop. You can see Graves, number 9, had position on the Flyer defenseman, but couldn't get a stick on the point shot.
25th save of the game for Hextall. Rangers have been only able to beat them once. Rangers started Richter. Healy is in now. They've been beaten 5 times. Coming up is Verbeek. That one hit the post. Hextall stumbled and fell, but he got back up. Here's Verbeek again. This is deflected up over the net. Graves digging it out, going back to the point. Zubov fakes his shot. The pass, and that's deflected off the goal. Zubov again. Won't shoot. Yes, he does. Into the crowd. The loose puck goes back to the net. Zubov surprising everybody on that shot. It was more or less put it in and hope for a deflection. Here's the drive. Score! Zubov came off the line and had the empty side.
Well, the offside penalty killing forward has got to keep turning over and taking a look to see where the right point man is. He didn't. Zubov snuck off the blue line. You can see Brindamore gets trapped into helping out with Graves. He's the left point man. And Zubov walks in all alone and taps the 2-foot rebound in. Brindamore's the forward here. And there's Zubov. It's an awful tempting play to want to help out when the puck's in the scoring position. But because of that, Zubov is all alone.
Zubov the goal. Verbeek and Graves getting the assists. 13 minutes. The time of that goal. That makes it 5-2 Philadelphia. Nedved around the net. Rangers on the attack again. A weak shot in. Nordstrom stopped it. Flipped it to the corner. On the other side. Flyers are going to clear it out. They get it up to center ice. Wells turns it back. To Noonan. They're offside at the Philadelphia line. 6:19 remaining in the third.
These days, anyone can design and build a car with the quality and features you want. And the safety you need. That's easy. We designed and built the all-new 1995 Lumina. So most people can afford it. And that's what makes the new Lumina a genuine Chevrolet.
Scatman Hextall gives us a little demonstration of tap dancing here on a shot that hit the post. It beats him. Now watch this. Hardly took his eye off the puck because he did that 180.
Scoring play, Zubov from Graves and Verbeek. The 13-minute mark. So the Rangers got a goal at the 13-minute mark of the second period. And one here at the 13-minute mark of the third period. And that's been their scoring tonight. Flyers 5, Rangers 2. A lot of a crowd have left Madison Square Garden.
8,000, I'd say.
They expected better than this tonight. Well fired up before the teams even got out for the warm-up. Adam Graves. Through center. Zubov again. Gave it away to McTavish. He's cool with it. He's dumped it in for Healy. 5:45 left in the third period. Kevin Olaf dropping it to the line. It's fed ahead across center. Verbeek bumped at the Philadelphia finish. Yuskevich straight up the ice. Got the center and dumped it in. Lyle given a rough ride, trying to go after it. Kiprios, nobody up there with him. And Chinoff is catching up. Now Kiprios steals it. Hextall was out of the net. He's back in now. He had to hurry, though. Then Chinov lost it. Kiprios, no shot. Rolled off his stick. Kiprios again. With Kovalev. All the way back to the line. They keep it in. But the Flyers, Rod Brindamore was there to intercept it. And he's giving two Rangers all they can handle back of the net. Again, Nemchinov got it to the line for Leach. Boom! No red light. Some of the Rangers saw there was a goal. I believe Hextall got a piece of it and held on to it.
It didn't go in. The Ranger players thought it might have.
It is 5-2 Philadelphia.
It's big and it's back.
We are talking to you.
Yeah, the Coors Light Talking Can and Cap event.
Hey, all right.
All right yourself. Now this year there's 8,000 Timex Ironman Triathlon watches, 6 Suzuki Sidekick 4x4s, and 20 CMH heli hiking trips for 2.
Keep talking.
Thank you so much. To play, just open a Coors Light Talking Can or bottle, and for no purchase, scratch one of those. By the end of the summer, there ought to be around 8,000 more Coors Light winners, so I'm thinking now's your chance. Talk to me.
You can win right now.
Thank you.
Nissan has always looked out for its customers' well-being. Take the Ultima GXE with our value option package. You'll feel secure, comfortable, entertained, powerful, and in control. The Ultima GXE also comes with a special value option so you can feel very, very good.
Now until May 31st, get the fully equipped Ultima GXE for only $18,990 at your Ontario Nissan dealer.
Inside 4 minutes remaining in the third period at the Byrne Arena. The same tandem you've seen so many times in the playoffs now. Richer to Claude Lemieux, his 6th of the postseason. Bobby Carpenter also gets an assist. 3.5 to go. It's 4-1 Devils.
Well, if you wonder why Leach has been in a crowd, here's the defensive zone coverage. Dineen followed him all the way across the rink. Look at this. The puck's in behind the net. Dineen still got Leach. So obviously the plan is on the defensive zone coverage, the right winger, in this case, Dineen, stays right in the face of Leach. He can't shoot it, he can't pinch, and he can't go to the slot without Dineen.
Well, with the game he played in game 2.
The wonder they don't have 2 guys on.
That's right. Marvelous game for Noah. 3 goals. He was on the ice a lot and all over the place. He played a great game, but it wasn't enough. Messier coming in. Messier can't get a shot. Pumped in on the boards, and the Flyers come back out, led by Swoboda. He and Lindros get together. Lindros' pass back to the line, and Renberg had to skate back out. Renberg is open. They see him. Takes the shot. Really an easy glove save. Under 4 minutes left in this third period. 5-2 Philadelphia. Zubov goal for New York, 13 minutes on a Rangers power play. 3 Rangers coming to center. Long shot by Graves. Deflected by the defenseman Yuskevich. And the Flyers out again, sent off, rolled it in. Leclerc chasing it at the back of the net with a pass out. Tyrion missed it. 3:15 remaining in the third period. Philadelphia with a healthy 3-goal lead. 33-31 of the shots in favor of the Flyers. Rangers are way offside on that rush by Larmer.
Well, the New York Rangers cannot expect to win many games in the playoffs when in 3 games or 3 minutes short of 3 games, they've given up 14 goals. Possible to win on a consistent basis when you have to get 5 goals every night to win. And the Rangers' defensive team play has been the difference in the 2 teams. This Flyer team, they're on a mission, Bob.
Yes,
they're big, they're strong, they're confident. Those are 3 tough obstacles to get by.
Rangers get the puck over the line. And it's shut down the ice again. Rangers on it. Up to center. Kovalev. Shot high. shoulder of Hextall. Reimer chasing Dykehouse. 2:40 remaining in the third period. Myers move up. He was going to leave the net, but he saw Reimer coming back. Zubov will have to come over to help, and he does. Zubov weaves away from a check. Gets it up over center to Nick Chinov. And around the Philadelphia net. He doesn't get too far. Again, then Chinov going the other way. Looking out front. The Rangers were changing. At the line, it's tipped in front of Hextall. Very coolly, Ron Hextall reached out with a big stick, pulled it in, and then held it. I talked to Terry Murray today. They stay at our hotel here in New York. And I mentioned to him how proud he must be that he's getting work from everybody. And, you know, he said, yes, it's an easy game when everybody works. And they are.
Well, it makes the team tough to beat when they've got contributors every time you throw them over the boards. The Rangers haven't been able to do that. They've had in and out performances from half their team. And as I mentioned earlier, this building is going to be empty or nearly empty when the whistle goes to end it. Down 3-0. The Rangers have an enormous mountain to climb. And the
Interesting, you know, the fans here at Madison Square Garden in a game like this usually break out on their own team. But I still think they remember the Stanley Cup of last year, and they're getting a break. They haven't on them tonight. 1:50 left. Penalty coming up. Might be something developing here. There's Hextall again, the peacekeeper.
I think he should win the Lady Byng Trophy this year. Look at the number of problems he's eliminated. He's always grabbing his players, making sure they don't get involved. This time it's Joey Koser again, who went after Yuskevich. And they're turning Mr. Koser down at every opportunity. Here he is right here. And I don't know what good that's going to do. And then he might be telling Hextall, Hextall might be telling Yuskevich, now don't fight him. Now, I don't know why they're giving Yuskevich a penalty. He took a...
That was Joey Koser about to be shot on TV, and he got that set of lenses out of the way in a hurry. Gone to the Ranger dressing room. So, no pictures, please.
Well, the Flyers are not going to accommodate the Rangers in any kind of a physical confrontation now. They want to get this thing over with. They are going to win it. They are going to go up 3-0. And the Rangers have to play an awful lot better from the goaltender out if they have any hope of prolonging this series beyond Friday night.
First two games, won in overtime at the Spectrum in Philadelphia. 5-4 and 4-3, and really, Harry, anybody's game. Those first two, they were great hockey games. But this one, all Philadelphia. They're under 2 minutes left in New Jersey. Scott Niedermayer, we're told, has just got goal number 5 for the Devils. So they have that one in hand. 5-1 there, 5-2 here. We have 1:49 left. And not many more fans than that. Boy, they're leaving the garden quickly. This one is done. Minute and a half left here, center ice. Nordstrom, number 5. In for Kovalchev tonight. Shoots it in. He went after it in front of the Philadelphia net. But Fedek will clear it out. Wells trying to bring it back in. No room for him. Lindemore got up as far as the line with Fedek shooting it back to his own zone. Philadelphia just playing out the clock now. They're going up 3-0 in this series against the New York Rangers. 1 minute left.
Last minute of play in the period.
5-2 Philadelphia. It's a pretty good clinic by the Philadelphia Flyers tonight. Very composed about their business. seconds left, and the play called. I think another penalty coming up against New York. This could be Noonan. We're going now to the broadcast center. Here again is Ron.
Okay, Bob, we've been telling two stories this evening, one in Manhattan, one at the Meadowlands. Let's get some final thoughts from the New Jersey-Pittsburgh game and go back to Ken Daniels.
All right, Ron, it's been a Devils onslaught here tonight with 26.8 seconds left. They've outshot the Penguins 45-22. Scott Niedermayer has just scored on the power play from Richer and Elbeline at 18:51 to make it 5-1, and the Devils will finish off this game with a power play. 31 of 35 playoff goals for Pittsburgh have come from only 6 players, and that's been the problem in this series so far. Nothing from Mullen or Cullen or McEachern. While the New Jersey Devils have spread it around, 14 Devils have scored goals. So they're getting a balanced attack, and the big New Jersey forwards seem so tough for the Penguins defense to handle, especially without Paul Samuelson in their lineup, and he won't play Game 4 Friday either. The remainder of the crowd here at the Meadowlands standing and chanting, and it was pretty much a sellout here tonight. As the clock winds down, the New Jersey Devils take a 2-1 series lead, a 5-1 final. Now back to Ron McLean at the broadcast center.
And Ken, if you rush through the Lincoln Tunnel, you can have a nightcap with Bob and Harry over at MSG. Let's get the closing seconds there.
15 seconds here, Ron. The Philadelphia Flyers, looking at the clock, see themselves go up 3-0 in this semifinal series against the New York Rangers. That's a great lead. There's the buzzer that ends this hockey game. The final shots, 34-34. And the final score, Philadelphia 5 and the Rangers 2.
No doubt which team was the better team tonight. The younger Flyers look much more poised than the veteran Rangers, and it showed on the scoreboard early and hasn't changed much.
They led 2-0 after the first, 5-1 after the second, played it cool and cozy in the third, and gave Zubov of the Rangers a power play goal and then shut them down. So the final score, Philadelphia 5, New York 2.
The reality is